What's up, everybody? I got a huge panel of some beautiful ladies tonight. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Purple Pod Class, episode 82, number one show in the world for dating, right here out of Dallas, Texas. Please make sure to like the video on y'all's way in. Subscribe, please hit that notification bell so you can see every time our live show is coming up. Follow us on the podcast Instagram. Go add all these ladies that drove all the way out here. We got to bless them in some way for them coming. I really appreciate y'all. For now, you can find us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Rumble, and YouTube, all live at the same time. If you want to show support, you can do that by hitting the join button under the video to become a YouTube member right now. That comes with some emojis for the show, and you can also super chat in any of y'all's questions that you have for the ladies tonight. We are on all audio platforms as well, such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well, guys. Make sure to add the Instagram right now, though, please, and go bless these pretty ladies for coming on my show. If you're looking to learn how to use AI. Oh shit! Stop doing that. If you're looking to learn how to utilize AI or networking skills, DM me info on Instagram, and I'll get you a call booked with one of my coaches for Emergent Values Mentorship. By the way, and shout out to my producer Donnie tonight. We got Ramar in the house. Thank you so much for helping out, bro.
What up, my boy?
Yeah, and we also got Bassett in the house. Shout out to Bassett, number one recruiter in Dallas. Let's fucking go. But yeah, ladies, we always start off with just learning a little bit more about you. What's your name, your age, your education level, what you do for work, and your relationship status. Let's start on the side with a new person that we haven't met before. So we'll start over here. What's your name, your age, your education level, what you do for work, and your relationship status?
Okay, my name is Taya. I have some college science, mostly like 6 certifications in the medical field, and I'm 25 and single.
Okay.
Recently single.
Recently single. How recent?
A few months, like 4 or so.
Okay. And no situationship since?
Something like
You didn't rebound nobody or anything?
No, I don't believe in that.
You didn't like go to like somebody just to like get over the other person?
No.
You swear? You're celibate right now?
Yes,
okay.
I have been.
Okay, I was just fucking with you. I'm just trying. Oh shit! Damn! I need the jar. Okay.
Shit.
I know every time. But what about you? What's your name, age, education level, what you do for work, and your relationship status?
My name is Audrey, and I'm old, so I'm not gonna share that.
Come on, you don't look old. You should just be honest.
I know, but I am. So it's like, I graduated high school, and I work for a chiropractor outside of Dallas, and then I do some part-time modeling.
Man, chiropractor would be so dope. I want to go to one like all the time.
It's
so,
nice.
Do you get for free?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Do you get coupons for your whole family?
They can come in. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
It is.
I'm gonna go home and tell my girl to get a job at a chiropractor spot just so I can get that. So, what about you? What's your name, age, education level, what you do for work, and your relationship status?
So my name is Alyssa. I'm 34 today.
Oh, happy birthday! That's why you got the tiara on. Okay.
I have some college education in the medical field, and I work in hospitality.
Okay.
Where your grades at? You got some fucking
Can I ask what
custody.
type of hospitality is just so broad? I was just curious if like you could be a little bit more specific. If you can, huh?
He said you're nosy, but I work for valet. I do
Valet.
yeah.
Okay, no. I used to work for a valet company for a few years. I loved that fucking job. It was the greatest job I ever had.
Good money.
No, it was really good. What about you? What's your name, age, education level? Oh, and happy birthday again. Age, name, age, education level, what you do for work, and relationship status?
You can call me Lolo. I'm 23. I dropped out of college, but I'm actually going to be going back to school in the fall for dentistry. I'm not in a situationship anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. This is great. This is great content, guys. Wait, see, I told you I changed them. Fuck you, YouTube. Nah. Sometimes they be thinking that like y'all don't ever change and y'all just keep doing the bad shit forever. And I won.
You didn't say you were married.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. You didn't say your relationship status, did you?
Yes, I have a partner of 12 years.
Why were you hiding that?
I'm not
I'm just fucking with you.
hiding.
What's your? Thank you for coming back, AP. What's your name, age, education level, what you do for work? Yeah, the bullshit.
Yeah, my name is. Oh, see.
Yeah.
My name is
Breaking rules.
Ariana. Relax.
Fucking...
I'm 25. I have a bachelor's degree in biology and chemistry. I work for corporate sales for Revision Skincare, and I am not single.
She's taken now, guys. Sorry. She hasn't been on in like 4 months, guys, because she's been traveling the world with her man.
Don't be jealous.
I'm not jealous. Trust me, I'm not jealous, guys. He looks like Goofy. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking. I don't know what he looks
know
like.
what you look like.
I know. I'm just gonna get you all night for this though. But yeah, what about you? What's your name, age, education level, what you do for work, and your relationship status?
All right, my name is Amelia. I am 30. I am a certified wellness coach. What was the other one? Relationship status.
Mhm.
Okay, relationship status is I am in a relationship, moving towards an engagement.
Moving towards an engagement. Were you in a relationship last time you were on?
I was.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. But were you moving towards an engagement then too?
I had an idea that that's where he was headed with it, but it's
He went ahead and did it
official.
recently.
Yeah, he went to sales.
Oh, okay. So like, how, like, where did he do it at and all
Oh
that?
no, wait, he went to K.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So-
still good. But no, he should have came to me. I don't know if you know that, but I'm a jeweler. Yeah, I would have done you a way better price than what they would have done. They actually like charge like 400% upsell, honestly, and I do their shit for like half the price. So whatever he did it, where'd he do that stuff?
Well, he
Like,
hasn't done it yet.
oh, okay, he's planning it.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
any
he asked
day
for your
now.
ring size.
Yeah, and he got the ring. I
What a
seen the
noob! He
box.
should have gone to your mom. I'm just
She
kidding.
wouldn't have known.
She wouldn't have known.
No.
Oh,
No.
well, like you don't have similar size fingers to your mom or anything.
No, we are two different people.
Mm.
I got a question
Yeah.
for you regarding that engagement. Has he talked to your dad?
No.
Or is your dad in the picture?
No, my dad is gone.
Oh, okay,
But
sorry about
he
that.
did go through the family. He talked to my mom, sister, all of that. So
He did it right.
yeah, he did do it right.
That's all that
He's
matters.
a good man.
I want to see. You better let me know or I'll see it on your stories and stuff. Hopefully, but yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see how he does it whenever he does it. If there's like sometimes like weddings, I have this theory that like weddings are hard to do today, like to do really good expensive ones. Like my dad was a DJ for 25 years. Like that's what he did as like a side gig other than work for the government. And like I went to tons of weddings with him, and like what people were throwing at weddings back then compared to what they're throwing at weddings now, it's a 9-day difference. But the engagement is something that you can make very, very
Yes.
special. So I think that if anything, guys can at least step up and do a very good engagement, because you're not probably going to do a really good wedding because the costs are so crazy today. But yeah. What about you? What do you what's your name, age, education level, what do you do for work, all that?
Yeah, it's Mia Nicole. I'm 23. I am currently starting my business as a life coach. I'm the Pretty Girl Coach. I do women empowerment, soft skills, and also like I'm a party promoter, do the nightlife stuff. I'm single. Yeah, I dropped out of art school, so
Damn, why do we have
Sorry.
the same life except that I'm just not single? But we got like the same life. Like I promote for clothes too. I also like do like self-improve, help guys. That's crazy. Wow. So
Hey,
huh.
what kind of soft skills you talking about?
I do soft skills for women, so like emotional intelligence. I do time management. I do finances. I do confidence. I do a little bit of everything. A little bit of it all, really.
Okay. Do you just like do an hourly charge, or do you sell a course or anything like that?
Right now, I'm getting my packages together, and they're starting from like 500 up there too.
Okay. No, that
And then I also got some. I just dropped the ebook. It's an anxiety work self-help book. So I'm gonna make sure I send it to you guys too.
No, so you actually know a lot about like doing online sales and stuff. Did you read any of the Russell Brunson books, or do you have a guy that's like mentoring you through how to do all the online stuff?
I do have a mentor, but it's not going good, so I'm looking for.
Well, so this is actually what I do with my mentorship is I help people start their personal brands and do everything like you're doing. So definitely talk to me after this. I'll
Yeah,
definitely
that's
want to help you out so
exciting.
you can like get started on all that. You're already doing everything perfect. You did the ebook, good job. If you can do multiple, that's great. But like no, you're already so on the right path right now. You got it all started. You just need somebody to like help you just
just
do a
kinda
couple
push
more
through
things.
it, yeah.
Yeah, no, good job. Yeah, go ahead and grab the mic if you want. But yeah, what's your name, age, education level, what you do for work, all that.
Sorry. So my name is Frida.
Pull it in as close as you could.
My name is Frida. I'm 23 years old. I just graduated from communication and journalism.
Okay.
That's a weird word. I'm from Mexico, so English.
Yeah, you're good.
And what was the other question?
Age, you already said age, relationship status, and what do you do for work?
I'm a photographer.
You're a photographer?
Yes.
Okay.
So anyone that wants photos.
What kind of camera you got?
Right now I have a Canon 77D, but I'm gonna change it for like the new.
Dude, I love that's actually the first camera I got was a Canon 70 years ago, and I love it. It's good for sports photography, and I loved I was playing paintball all the time, so it was amazing for doing stuff like that. But no, that's actually a good camera. It's good for pets too. I did a lot of pet photography also with it, and I got amazing shots with like water and stuff. You could turn those frames up to where you could do the craziest pictures with that camera.
Yeah.
Don't think it's not a good camera. It's an amazing camera. You just need to either do sports or pets with it. Just to give you a good
I
tip.
was doing like fashion.
Fashion is
and
good still.
nature
Yeah, that's still no. It's great for that, but I'm just saying if you want to make good money with it, that's what I did, and it was awesome. Sports is amazing for money, honestly. But yeah,
And
for
relationship status?
Oh yeah, relationship status.
Oh well, I'm single.
Single. Here, turn the mic down just a
Oh,
little,
she
or
nice.
like turn it down. Yeah. And then you said you're single. When did you move here from Mexico? I had to ask.
I have a week here.
You've been here a week?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, where'd you move from?
Well, I'm always like traveling, but like I was in Mexico before.
But like, which part of Mexico? Like, what state?
Torreon.
Okay, I don't know where that is.
By Monterrey.
Oh, okay. So my whole family's from Monterrey. So yeah, that's badass.
So you moved, or you're just visiting?
I'm just visiting at the moment.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
Oh, okay. Do you want to move here?
No.
She's like, no, Dallas sucks. What about you? Go ahead and turn it towards you. What's your name, age, education level, what you do for work, and your relationship status?
So my name is Kyron. I'm 21. I'm currently training as a cosmetic injector, Botox, fillers, everything like that. I'm currently a caregiver and a makeup artist, and my relationship status is exploring.
That was different. You
You
really
know what that
wanted,
means?
yeah, exploring dick.
Not even, but
belongs to the streets.
I belong to the streets.
Okay, that's fine. At least you own it. I think that's how you were pretty. I remember you were very accountable last time. So I mean, how has life been since the last time you came on the show? Like, have you felt like anything's a little bit different?
I mean,
You still moving the same?
still moving the same.
Yeah, but at least you're not gonna get fucked over by any dudes. Hopefully.
I'm not.
Yeah, savage. No, guys, tonight we're gonna talk about preferences because we know that these ladies got a lot of that. So, but
another one.
Yeah, let's start. I want to know to start tonight. I just want to know, what's y'all's height preference? I want to say this is the one that's like the most contested, probably. So, yeah, what's your height preference?
5'8".
5'8".
How tall are you?
That's fine. Whatever.
5'6.5".
Do you not wear heels?
I do, but I would say a tall man, but in reality, most men I date are about 5'8". So
Yeah. I remember her. Yeah, I remember you talking about this last time. Yeah, no, I mean it's a good habit to build. What do you think?
Well, I'm really short.
How tall are you? How tall are you?
I'm 5.
5 foot even? Oh shit! Yeah, you're really short. So what do you usually like then?
I like tall, but not too tall because the neck hurts. You know?
So like 6 foot though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. I have a guy in my mentorship, and we were talking like last night in one of our meetings, and he's pretty short. He's like 5'6", and he was telling me he was like the shortest girls want the tallest guys. I was like, bro, just get the girls that are like 5 foot, 5'1", and he was like, bro, they're the ones that want the 6 footers the most. And I was like, there's no way. And he was like, I swear. And I was like, man, maybe you know more about women than I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't believe it, but you just sealed the deal for me. You 5 footers like 6 foot tall people, so it makes sense. What about you? What's your height?
I would say a good 5'11".
A good 5'11". How tall are you?
I'm 5'5.5".
5'5.5". So you can wear heels then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why 5'11"? That to me that just sounds like an odd.
I mean, it's just cute.
The 5-inch heels.
Yeah. It's
She wants
cute.
like they always
I'm
add
never gonna wear, like,
5
2 high
inches
heels. Yeah,
because they
I'm
want to be
never
able to wear 5-inch heels.
At least a good 4-inch heel, good 2 caddy heel. You know, there's something cute. He can just hold on to me if it gets too tall. You know.
Yeah. What's yours?
I'm gonna say like 5'6", 5'7".
Are you just saying that because that's your
No.
man?
No, I'm not just saying it, but it's because I am short as well. You
Yeah.
know, so
How tall are you?
about 5'2", 5'3".
Okay.
Yeah. So you know.
Yeah, then that makes sense. That's a good number. What about you, AP?
Relax. 6 foot. However, a preference is a preference.
Talking to
I'm okay with most heights.
Oh yeah, are you
Like,
okay with
I think-
5'11"?
I sure am.
Oh okay. Yeah,
I'm okay with 5'11".
I hope you're okay with 5'11".
I
Is
sure
he watching
am.
right now?
I gave him the link.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Dude, you literally just said 6 foot on live. Like, you're a savage. Like, why would you even say
Gosh,
that?
but I love him how he is.
Yeah, she's talking to a guy that's 5'11", and she just said her preference is 6 foot.
Oh my
And
God,
he's
he
and she
knows.
gave him the link to watch so he will hear it.
He
and
knows
just be like,
that already.
she wants 1 inch taller dude than me.
Whatever.
I don't know. I wouldn't do my girl like that. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm just-
okay.
Yeah, I want to take that either, man.
I want to take that, bro. Leave her. I'm just kidding. What's your height preference?
I prefer 6 foot to like 6'4".
Well, you're tall, aren't you? How tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
Okay, yeah.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why are you talking like Batman right now?
How am I talking like Batman?
I'm Batman.
Why are you trying to crack on me? Let's not.
Where's the? What does he say? Where's the keys?
You sound like someone who has a hole in their throat. That's not how I sound.
No, that's you literally sound like
What?
Batman
He's
when you
trying
talk.
to come for me right now.
No, you literally sound like Batman when you talk.
No.
What about you? What's your height preference?
Just anything taller than me. I'm 5'6", and I've dated like a variety of heights.
So you would take a 5'6" guy?
I said taller.
Okay. So 5'7".
Like,
just give me the minimum. Come on.
5'8", 5'9".
Okay, that's fine. That's only a few inches. Yeah. No. What about you?
I like tall guys. I am also short.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'1".
Wow.
So
Yeah. Stereotypes.
Well, so like my husband is 6'4".
Stereotypes.
I mean, and he has a bad back, and I have a bad neck because it's been so long. But I don't necessarily think that that's like. I know that some people are really hard on that, and they're like, if they're under 6 foot, no, like I don't think that.
So before your husband, how tall was the guy you dated before him?
I think like 5'10". Yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't like something that I sought. He just was tall.
So
is tall.
So like honestly though, I don't want to dig this deep because you're married and stuff, but like,
It's
like
fine.
it's so like your sex life before your husband. Like, do you feel like how many guys were like as tall as him?
None. He's the tallest.
He's the tallest.
Mm-hmm.
What was the sex like before him?
Not as good.
Not every like every guy wasn't as good as him. Like, would you say he's the best sex that you had?
I think that when you're with somebody for like such a long time, you just know what the other person likes, and you kind of get on this whole other level where you just give into it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're just comfortable and safe. You just,
right.
Yeah.
You can just like, you can
release
be
more.
Awkward, and you can like, So obviously, because I've been with them for so long, it is the best.
The best.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Well, I'll swing back around on something else in a second. What's your high preference?
You're gonna stereotype me like the rest.
No.
I'm 4'11",
I don't judge.
but like you need to be tall.
Yeah.
If I decide I want to have kids, like they can't be out here being some midgets. I got to give them a fighting chance.
She's smart. She's
like
smart.
At least like 5'10".
Because you know how hard. If you have a son, his life is over if he's too short.
And I've dated a few like pros and things. So like they're usually pretty tall. Like recently, my boyfriends over the past couple.
And the biggest guys want the most petite girls too. Ironically, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. How does that always work?
I'm trying to find my Shaq.
Okay, Shaq. That's a little extreme, but okay. Now, ladies, I want to ask something else, but just a little twist on it because I asked, like, what's y'all's height preference, but I didn't really specify. Okay, but I'm gonna specify something here for just short term having sex, just a short term, short fling. The guy you just sleep with on one night, like the guy that is in Mexico when you're in Cancun. What is the short term? This is not going to go any further than this one night. What is the height preference for that? Or I'll start with you on this one actually.
Probably the same.
Probably the same, yeah, because you already said a crazy. You already said Shaq. It can't be any higher. What the hell? What?
I just don't think it matters.
Well, you're married, so I don't even want you to answer that. Honestly,
I can answer these questions.
Well, your husband's 6'4". Like you can't even answer this. Like I know the type of guy that you like because you're married to him.
Well, I mean that's.
You wouldn't have married him if he wasn't like really if he wasn't a vibe, as y'all like to say.
He is a vibe, very much so.
Yeah. So what is the height preference for short term? Just the one night stand.
Still the same.
Still the same for you? Yeah. Okay.
Still the same.
Still the same.
It doesn't. It's the same.
I'm gonna be honest, because the last was like 5'4", 5'5", and never again. Though I just want to put that out there. Short man syndrome is real.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, but we're just talking about one night stands. Like, and I'm not even saying y'all are one night stand women. I'm just saying if you just happen in a fantasy world, you just happen to want to sleep with a guy on a one night, like you're in Mexico or some bullshit. What would you want his height to be for the short term? Like this isn't going anywhere after this.
I'm not going below 5'5".
5'5".
Yeah, like the same height as me.
5'5".
I don't care if it's pretty cute.
Yeah.
6'2".
6'2". Dude, this is wild. Like one of my favorite studies by Dr. David Buss is whenever he shows he asked that question to women, and then he also asked like long term, and it's always completely different. Like it's always like 6'2" for the short term guy, and then it can be it could be 5'4" for the long term guy. Like y'all are willing to compromise on some things for the long term guy, but it's usually like for the short term. Like I feel like you're the only one that was fucking honest here. Well, most of them already had high height preferences. So, but the ones that had low ones, I'm confused why y'all said. I swear you would not have a one night stand with a dude that's 5'7". I just don't believe that.
Why do you not believe it?
Well, no, I mean, I think it could happen, but I just think that
doesn't change. Like if I like dudes in a certain height range, I'm gonna want that. Period. Like,
so, like you've always dated guys in that range too.
Yeah. Like,
what was the tallest guy you've ever dated?
6'4".
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just surprised. No, it's just really like it's everybody's just all over here. Y'all are all, what's the word again? Y'all are all the exception to the rule, apparently, according to the statistics. Y'all are,
Hey, I got the word for you.
that's fine. There's nothing wrong with
Capping.
it. Yeah. Or y'all just lying like a motherfucker. But no, let's do another preference, okay? What do you think, or what do you want your guys? Let's do income. What do you want his income to be? And we're gonna say that this Actually, let me preface all of this, ladies, with a little something about that Dr. David Buss likes to talk about in his book, Evolutionary Desire. He likes to talk about how whenever we ask y'all these questions, the first thing you're always going to say, especially when I'm asking in general, like what you're looking for, you're gonna say the nice guy thing. You're gonna say like the 5'6", or like, you know, like, oh, he could be a little chubby, he could have a dad bod. Like y'all are gonna say like certain things, but in reality, it's not always true, because we see that y'all fuck these other type of guys all the time. So it's like, it's a really weird thing where like, I think y'all are either lying, or it's just like, or everybody's scared to just kind of be honest about what they want. But like but the honest truth though is, we really look at who y'all are fucking, it's never like the average dude. It's always like the above average guy, like the taller guy, or the guy with the muscles, or the guy all the other girls like. But then y'all say that's not what you want. And what's crazy is though, like when women do this, like whenever y'all say that you want the 5'6" guy, or the chubby, or the dad bod guy, or, you know, the normal guy, when y'all say y'all want that, but then you go fuck the other guy, you're the one. Like the reason why the world is so bad, the reason why shit is so fucked up, is because of like you're doing that. Like you're caught because you're rewarding the shithead, you're rewarding the loser, and then the guy who's the nice guy that buys you the flowers and does all the nice things, y'all fucking treat those guys like shit. So it's like, it's really ironic, because y'all are all saying, like y'all all kind of said, some of y'all said really average heights. And it's like, man, there's a billion of those dudes out there. There's in America, 300 million, you got 150 million of those motherfuckers out there. Y'all shouldn't be single then, because there's tons of average dudes, and they are great men. They are great fucking dudes.
Like, I'm just like,
No, seriously, if we look at the averages, 33% of men in between the ages of 18 and 30 are virgins and or having sex this year. So that's a lot of dudes. Yeah, you're right. That is their fault. But at the same time, that means that y'all have a choice of guys that aren't man whores, aren't fucking out here sleeping with all the girls and stuff like that, and y'all would never choose those guys.
That's not true. We need a speed date.
wait, so are we talking about?
Hey, I'm actually gonna start a speed dating thing soon, so y'all all gotta come to it when we do it. It's gonna be fun. I'll definitely have a bunch of those virgin dudes for you.
I hope
I'll
so.
bring a bunch of them incels for y'all for sure.
So are you referring to all men of all heights, or are we just talking about men under 6 foot?
Right.
Men of all heights. What do you mean?
Okay, I was just making sure, 'cause it's always been tall.
No, so yeah, let's get back to income really quick. What do you think your income preference would be?
Like, you need to make good money, like enough to comfortably support yourself and a family. I'm looking for like somebody that's willing to provide. Not saying I'm not willing to bring it to the table as well, but
What does
you need
that
to be
cost in
comfortable.
America right now?
Right now, you probably need to be touching well over 100K. Inflation's real. I mean,
I could tell you live in the real world.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
you definitely-
struggle.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're definitely living in the real world. What's the income preference?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie about that. They need to, yeah, like she said, exactly, like just enough to live comfortably and not struggle, like, you know, constantly. Like it's okay to struggle because you appreciate the things that you have when you're done struggling, but you don't want to do that your whole life.
Yeah. So like, what, like, can you put a number on it? Like right now with the economy?
Probably like 120.
120?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies. So I get it that y'all realize that the economy is pretty bad right now. You need pretty much 6 figures to survive in a society, right? Like that, right? Are you willing to come together with a dude that's like making 50K a year? Are you able to bring your let's say 30K or 40K or 50K together with his
to make it 6 figures, or are y'all saying like he needs to make 6 figures on his own?
I'm gonna have to. Okay, I feel like some of y'all are lying. Like, because
Nah, be honest. Just be honest.
Y'all want to be comfortable. I have a certain lifestyle I want to live. I want to be comfortable and I want to have fun. I don't want to have all my bills go, or all of my money go straight to my bills.
Mhm.
I want to be able to
Yeah.
do other things.
Dude,
So
I know exactly how you could do that. You just live with your parents forever.
Hey,
I feel like, well, the living with parents thing, I just feel like if you have the type of family that's willing to recognize that right now the economy is bad, please live with us so you can get your money together. Like if you have a family unit like that, that's awesome.
I gotta ask though, really quick, if you were the multi-billionaires up at the very top, the 1%, you make everything, you do everything for this economy. You're the one making all the money when we're all going more broke. Like you're the one that's doing really good right now. Do y'all think that they want y'all to stay at home? And is your parents going to monitor all the money that comes in to make sure that you're saving it so you can move out and buy a house in 10 years? No, none of them do. None of them do. So what ends up happening is you stay with your parents and you get in a cycle of spending all your paychecks on vacation, living in the moment, doing whatever you want. And next thing you know, you never have what you were planning on getting. And next thing you know, the powers that be are like, hell yeah, these motherfuckers, not only did they not go and get another spot, but now they're spending all their fucking paychecks on toys. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Cha-ching. Like they're loving this shit. They love it whenever we have this defeatist mentality of, oh, I'm not gonna move out, I'm not gonna do this stuff. They love every time they get us into these situations where we think we're doing the right thing because it feels healthy, but honestly, putting yourself in a shitty situation and putting yourself under pressure is what's going to make everything better, not just for us, but for the whole economy and the whole world right now. Everybody is like living with their parents, and it's going to cause a huge issue soon. What income? Where are we at? Did you say your income one?
Birthday girl.
Birthday girl. Yeah,
Me.
my bad.
Gosh, I don't know. They said some good numbers. I'm kind of a minimalist. I definitely want enough money to, do leisure stuff with and take care of everything. So
At least like 100.
Yeah, in between their two figures.
Yeah. What do you think?
I don't know. Their numbers were pretty big. I was like, damn, maybe I'm not thinking big enough. Because I was just going to say, as long as he's making like more than me, it's all good.
Oh, hypergamy's not kicking in yet.
And what is that figurative range?
Yeah, just give a range for it.
I'd be cool with probably 60, 80.
60, 80?
Yeah.
Okay. That's comfortable living if you know how to eat at home. Or no, not anymore, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I was about to say, nah, fuck these grocery bills lately.
Who the hell's living off of that?
Yeah. What about you?
To put a number to it, I'd probably say 200 to 500,000.
Okay.
Is that combined or?
It can be combined.
Man, you need to stop going to school because you're gonna get into a point where you're not gonna be able to like fill them
can't
shoes.
Go to school no more.
Oh, you're done?
No.
No?
It's a lot of money, but I don't know. I know
You don't want to do the loans anymore?
I'm gonna have to.
You already probably owe a shit ton. So if you're already leveraged in that bad, then you kind of have to keep going. I feel like once you get so far in the loans, it's like you kind of have to just keep going, and it's gonna hurt you later.
I might do 2 more.
You're gonna get like $600 a month like payment on that shit.
Hey, quick question though. What professions make $500K around that area? Like, so I'm trying to get what kind of.
Wait, around what area?
Like if you're looking for a guy that makes 200 to 500K, like what's a career that's going to do that?
Right now, I'd say anything that involves investing, real estate, stuff like that, because that's kind of what's.
Doctors definitely make that. Shout out to Dr. Matt.
No, and I was gonna also say medical professionals in the right area.
I thought that's what you wanted. I remember last time we talked, you wanted them. You wanted that doctor.
Life changes.
Oh yeah,
life
changes, guys. Whatever comes. I'm just kidding.
So you don't know what professions make $500K?
Yes, medical professionals. I'm not gonna say just doctors. I mean, there's
underwater welders too.
Okay.
Doctors do not make $500K.
It depends on the
practice
area you're in.
Not even the best surgeons. I think they are around 400,000 is like I think around like the top ones for the best surgeons. What about you?
I'm gonna go with like a good 1K, 150. Yeah, but I'm gonna put it back together. I've learned that now.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think?
I say the same. Yeah, but dating wise, because I'm single, so if I'm looking for a man to settle down, he needs about 150. But single, I can take a man with 80, like 60. We can go out on dates, spend his money.
That's so messed up. Poor guy. So wait. You're never gonna take him seriously, but you're gonna date him. Like you're gonna let him take you out and all
I
that
mean,
stuff, even though he's in the worse situation than the 150 guy.
I mean, no, of course I'm gonna motivate him to do better with his life. I'm not just gonna rob him blind, but it's just gonna be a process.
So he's gonna pay for all this stuff, and what he gets is motivation.
Yeah, he's paid. I'm a life coach.
I don't care how good of a life coach you are. Wait. I gotta ask this. Do you think that you can coach men?
I feel like I want to try. I really do.
You think that a woman can coach a guy?
In certain aspects.
In what aspects? Like, be specific.
It depends. Like, it could be like with emotional intelligence. It could be with critical thinking. It could be with a lot, really.
You think that a woman can teach a man emotional intelligence?
Yes, to a certain extent.
Emotional intelligence.
Yeah, emotional intelligence, specifically emotional intelligence.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So men and women's emotions are completely different.
Well,
I'm talking like we're hardwired. Like you can literally look at our brain functions, and you can look at how like things interact with. Like if I see something on a camera and you see the same thing, like our emotional reaction to it in our brain waves and everything, we're literally completely different. We don't react to things the same way at all. So like a woman trying to teach a guy how to take care of his emotions, I think it's actually one of the biggest problems today. One of the guys I'm actually helping right now, like he's going through a really hard time because he went to so much therapy and because he believed in the feminine, like what the whole feminist society has told him, like, you need to go to therapy, you need to go to do this, you need to take all these drugs. It almost made him lose his life multiple times. Like y'all got to start understanding that men and women are not the same. And we push a lot of
that, but I grew up in a house of 6 brothers. I'm the only girl. I grew up around men all my life. So being able to understand men, I feel like I have that experience to speak on it, or at least help him understand.
Can you stop being my twin, okay?
I'm just saying.
No, because I have 4 sisters, and the reason why I understand women so well is because
that's all I grew up around.
Yeah, that's all I grew up around.
It's not like I'm gonna say try to feed in the feminine energy into him, but at least help him understand he is a part of both. Yeah. And then it's okay to express your masculine side with the feminine energy, and make it work.
Balance. Yeah, you need balance, but I just can't express to you how so right now on the internet spaces are just anywhere. There's a lot of women that are trying to give men advice, and it's very messed up because it's usually not good advice.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just so we have to be very careful about women who try to do stuff like that because it usually doesn't end up helping the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so but what is the difference
Flip it around,
you giving us advice
because
right
now? Most women today don't have a strong male figure in their life. They don't have a strong father figure. They don't.
I have a daddy.
No. Hey, yeah, but look what happens though. You still always do stuff like interrupting. You still have a certain bad traits because even fathers today are such feminized little bitches. They're not even raising their daughters and their sons the correct way. It's you could have great men in your life, but if they're not willing to stand against society and stand against all the bullshit that's going on and say this is fucking wrong and this, how many guys are great fucking men, including my fucking father, great fucking men, strong men. I'm talking strong leaders, men. But they're letting fucking people teach kids to be trans at 4 and 5 years old. I'm telling you, just because you got males in your life doesn't mean shit. You can have males in your life that aren't making you a better person at all because they're like, yes, go sleep around, go have fun, go do whatever you want. You're gonna be so happy one day. And if they sit there and fuel y'all with that bullshit, that's how you end up having a messed up life. One of the biggest things you haven't came in a while, but one of the biggest things I've been kind of talking about a lot lately is determinism versus free will. And I really don't believe in free will anymore. And the reason why is because I don't blame y'all for going and doing a bunch of bad shit. I don't blame women for becoming hoes or sleeping around really bad or becoming hypersexual or doing this. I don't blame y'all at all because it's all based off of, it's all predestined. It's all determined. It's all predetermined. And the thing is, the reason why is because most people haven't forgiven their fathers or their mothers or themselves. And because think back to what happened to a woman when she was really young. Something bad happens to her at 5, 6, 7 years old or 10 years old. And her father should have been there to protect her, or her mother should have kept her out of that environment. And for the rest of her life, she's going to put that against them. She's always going to blame them, and she's never going to have true healing. And that's whenever you go out to the world and you do all that crazy shit. You're predetermined to do that when you can't forgive your parents and forgive yourself. And it's a really big deal today. And I would say most people are stuck in that cycle right now. Even when I first figured this out, I was even damn, I'm even in this cycle. We're all doing it.
No, I can really back that whole theory because the way my dad died when I was 8. But he was a truck driver, so when he did come, you know, he was able to, like, he brought me things to, like, show his love. But when I lost him and not having that male role model there, I was a product of a strip club because I was still yearning and searching for this affection from a man, and it reminded me so much of what my dad did. And I know it sounds kind of weird, you know, but these men were paying me for their time, you know, and so I held on so much to those daddy wounds that I kept blaming everything that I did based on, oh, I didn't have my daddy died, he was this, that, until I actually chose to heal. And the hard part was having to heal without that person physically being there.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had mommy wounds too, you know, but until I actually chose to heal and take accountability for the fact that I still did these things. You know, I didn't have to go that route, but I did these things. Everything started to change in my life. You know, accountability is definitely a huge part in everything that we do in our life.
Yeah.
We cannot point the fingers. You need to realize you're pointing right back at yourself.
Yeah, and I'll give you an example, AP, of like, you know, just Pearly things. Like, girl that came on my show a long time. She's 1.5 million subs, blowing up on her channel. You know, huge.
I do not like her.
I know, but so like the thing is, what does she do though? She talks to men. Okay, so she's a woman that is sitting there talking to men, and look what she's do, you know, and like look all the stuff that she puts out, you know, and then look at what I do. Like just look at like the contrast different. Like we're talking pretty different though. Like I don't do
Like,
nearly the same stuff as her.
Pearl is a pick me.
Well, I mean, a lot of girls are pick-me's
That's
today.
the
Yeah.
I know you don't like us interrupting, so you know
No,
I
yeah.
will be fair.
No, thank you. Yeah.
But excuse my French, but isn't that bitch still single? Isn't she still looking for a husband?
Well, yeah.
Talking
So
about the redhead.
yeah,
But
well,
she's like such a pick me.
yeah, but like
pretty.
whenever you get into this space, like I think it's really, really hard to find anybody that could, like, I think whenever you get into YouTube or anything like that, you're basically signing up to have bad relationships or no relationships for the rest of your life. So part of her reason is that I think that she probably would have been a pretty good TradCon girl if she never got into YouTube. But like because she got into YouTube, she's gonna have a very hard time. Even if me and my girl broke up tomorrow, I would have a very hard time because most of the women that would be coming into my life would be coming into my life because of status or because of money, and I don't want that. So and I think women would be the same. Like if she's smart, she better not let no guy come around just because of her money and status.
So she does have some good points. Sorry not to interrupt you, but yeah, she does make some good points. I just think that like the woman hating and you're a woman is wild.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hate on guys all the time. Like some people could say that I'm fucking weird. Like I get hated on a lot. Y'all want to know who hates me the most on the internet? Red pill space. Like the guys who watch Fresh Fit, the guys who watch all this shit, they fucking hate me because I talk shit on them. I say, yeah, I don't blame the women for not wanting to date. Y'all are fucking losers. And like nobody likes that. Nobody likes telling the guys that. The problem is guys are disposable at the end of the day. And like y'all always get a second chance, and guys really hate that shit. Guys really hate that a woman that's 40 years old still might be able to find a dude that's going to take care of her and shit, and they hate that. Some guys might be 40 and they can't get girls. They may never get girls. They're going to pay for box for the rest of their life, and they hate that.
So when you say predetermined, right? You were talking as far as like all the bad shit that we go through predetermines the other bad shit that we go through once we're older.
Yeah, like so if I would have been born in India, I would have been a Hindu. So like it's that simple. Like my environment makes my destiny. And the thing is, men build the environment. Like y'all make people. We make the environment. Like we like men change the world. So like if we make the environment into a place that has a bunch of trans woke things at second grade and all this shit, that's the guy's fault. It's not y'all's fault. Y'all didn't fucking do that. Y'all are just kind of going with the environment and going with the flow of shit. So I don't blame y'all. I don't blame y'all at all.
With that all the way though.
I don't blame y'all at all. I mean, but there's a lot of guys who are like, these fucking hoes, they're all sleeping around. All this. I don't blame y'all. I get why y'all do it. I understand you. And I know that if y'all heal, y'all stop. It's really simple. It's nothing that complicated. Everybody overcomplicates shit. It's very simple. You feel me?
No, I don't.
So what do you not like about the determinism thing, though? Like, you don't like that, like, things are predetermined, or that, like, something can be like that?
I don't feel like everything is predetermined at the end of the day. Like,
so I definitely think it's on.
As far as accountability goes, I am accountable for my own actions. So at some point, if you're a whore, you want to be a whore.
So you believe in free will. So okay, so that's fine. But like, say like somebody didn't want to be a whore anymore, and they just kept whoring. Doesn't that mean that they can't will their way out of it then? Like if there's such thing as free will, then we'd all be perfect people, because I would just will my way into being a millionaire. I would just will my way into going to the gym every day. Like I would just will my way into becoming the best possible person. But nobody does that. We're all getting controlled by our environment and all these influences constantly. So no, you're not. Like, you really can't will your way out of shit. Now, I think that there's a dualistic thing going on. Like, it's not like 100% free will or 100% determinism, but there's a little balance going on. Because, I mean, I could be a dick about fucking knock this drink over. And it's like, oh, free will, I did that. You know, like I controlled that. But in reality, like I don't know. For the most part, it's all going like it's up mostly a stream. You know, like you can fuck off a little water out of the stream, but for the most part, you're going down a stream. Like you're not going to control most of it. Like I said, if y'all would have all been born in fucking India, y'all would have been Hindus right now. You're just like, no way, I would have never been a Hindu. No, you would have. Did you answer the income question?
Mhm.
Yeah. Did you answer? Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, you. Talk a little closer if you could.
Okay. So, I like to travel and I like to pretty stuff. And I'm from Mexico, so I seen like what's third world country, right? So I want to try something new. So I will like go for a lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
A millionaire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
why
he has
not?
a yacht and
I mean,
everything,
yeah. I mean, yeah. Why not? Like,
and you would marry him and everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And,
believe the dreams can come true.
yeah. Well, have you met a guy that's like super high status or like that yet? Like, have you had any like experiences like going on trips with the guys or anything?
Well, I work in the communication era, so I mean that's really like they're trying to show that all the time. So that's what's around. So yes, but I mean I feel like you have to dream big, so you get like a little bit lower because normally it's not exactly like perfect how you want it to be, but you can not get down there.
Yeah, not be all the way down at like 20K.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
If we're talking dating right now, I'll say with my age and everything, about 75K a year.
75K?
Yeah.
Okay.
With my bag too. That's
How
pretty
old are
comfortable.
you?
I'm 21.
No, that's good. I think that's a great habit to build at 21. Like not trying to have some crazy number at a young age makes it to where you have like it's easier to reach the goals then. Like let's be real here. Like we look at the statistics, like top if y'all want a guy who makes over $100,000 a year, y'all are looking at the top like 15% of men. It's top 30% total, but half of those are women. So it's top 15% of men only are making that much money. That's like that's not easy to get.
I mean, I feel like it's obtainable, but right now, dating right now, that's who I'm talking to. So
Yeah. Oh no, then that's smart. Yeah, good
Yeah.
job. Yeah, don't if he's watching right now, that'd be rude as hell if he said anything otherwise.
Right.
No, I want to know also, ladies, like, is there like a preference on body count? Like, do you want him to have a low body count, medium, high? You know, say any number. Y'all don't have to sit there and be real here, okay? Go ahead. What do you think?
I say in the middle.
Give me a number.
If you're 25,
Oh yeah, give me an age and then a number because
Yeah.
that could make it way different.
if you're 25, I say about 15 because men are hoes.
Okay.
What was the question about the body?
Yeah, so like body count is like how many
people
people have you slept with?
You like bang bang skeet?
Well, no,
skeet?
but for the guy,
Wait,
for the
how
guy,
many people is sleeping?
not you, but the guy that you want to marry. The guy that you want to marry. Do you want him to have slept with 5 girls, 10 girls, 20 girls, 50 girls, 100 girls? What do you want him to have?
I mean, I will.
You can be honest.
I would like to say not that many.
Not that many.
You know, like that's the perfect number. Like not that many, but I mean.
Do you want it to be less than yours?
Yes.
Do you want it to be less than yours?
No.
No. What was the number that you had said actually?
15. I
15?
mean, you gotta have experience.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And but like what would you say? Give me a number.
For me?
Yeah. 5?
More.
More 10?
Yeah.
10? Okay. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with no more than like 150. Like that's crazy.
I mean, that's realistic though. That's realistic.
But like I'm saying, I'm single right now. So by the time I probably get serious, settle down, he might have been a man whore in his past life at 30, 32. He probably was a whore back in his life. I'm not gonna judge him.
150?
No more than 150. Like if it's less than 150, that's fine.
You know what? Donnie, don't fuck it up. I have something I'm gonna bring around at the end. Just hold on.
So that's realistic.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say
That's realistic.
I'm trying to think of a number, but I guess I'm more so like just if I come across the past girls, I'm just hoping that she's looking like something and not like no booger wolf or that.
Yeah.
Like that. That's a turn off for me. But just throwing a number out there, I'm gonna be real like 25, 30 because like they're little boys at one point, you know. So and
You
I
have to
like a
expect
little
it.
bit older men. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think?
So the reason that I said it was realistic is because I feel like now you would say there's not a lot of men sleeping around like that. However, you do run into a lot of them in this metroplex. I will say that.
It depends
on where you
because of
are.
where you go.
It depends on where you are.
And that's the DMs that you reply to.
I don't read my DMs. But me personally, I would like no more than 30. Like, you got experience, but you're not like crazy.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, okay. No. What do you think, Lo?
I don't know. Like, I guess if I'm talking to an older man, I really don't care to ask because at some point I will get disgusted. That's just me.
If it disgusts you?
Yeah, like if you got to talking about all the people you're sleeping with and we're already past 15 bodies, okay, yeah. I know you got an STD at this point. This is gross. And if we're around the same age bracket, I mean, I know the kind of guys I date, so I know they have hoes, but it's like,
you just don't want to know it.
I really don't.
You like know you know it, but you don't want to know.
Don't tell me your business because I'll get disgusted.
But you do know, and you're like you low key know, and you're just letting.
I have an idea.
Okay, what do you want it to be?
I feel like it doesn't matter what I want it to be because I don't feel like people are honest about that.
Well, yeah, we're just saying in a magical world where it's on your forehead.
In a magical world.
Every guy walks around with it on his forehead.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with AP, I guess.
30?
50? Oh.
No. She said 30.
I said 30.
What about you?
150.
You better say what your husband is.
So like, there has to be enough where he's not like a fucking weirdo, right? Like if you meet somebody who's like 30 and he's like, I've been with 4 women. That's a red flag. Like, there's something wrong with you. Like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, he's an incel. Yeah.
So, like, I mean, if somebody like went to college, like lived that life, like, I mean, 30 to 40, like, because 150, fuck.
That's a lot.
Like,
I mean,
not like.
by the time I get married, if he has 150, then
but why are we talking about 150 bodies? Why do you know all 150?
I wouldn't know, but.
She's just trying to be honest. Like that's the type of guy she wants. She wants a guy. That's her preference, guys. We're just saying preference, guys. Nobody's gonna get shamed for their preferences today, okay?
I'm just
no shaming preferences.
I'm not shaming.
He's lying.
Yeah.
Huh?
He went to college. He had a good life. He's a bachelor. He lived on his own. He only slept with 20 girls. He's a liar. One night stands count as sleeping. Hook up, like touching, that counts.
But
wait.
so wait,
we're counting oral sex on top of that? Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean that's fine if you want to do that. What do you think? What's the highest?
I know
Or
everybody
what's your
lives
preference?
like their own truth, but your girl has had her days in the medical field, and STIs are real. They're not called STDs anymore. But yeah, body chemistry is mixing. No, you need to be like. The thing is too, I'm with you. I like to date a little bit older than me. But even then, same thing is also how you said, like, you guys were kids at one point, and I'm concerned if you're telling me you have this many bodies over 50 and you're like 30. Well, when did you start? And like, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's more concerning to me than the actual amount. So I'm thinking let's keep it cute and keep it low, like 20, 25.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
What do y'all think the average body count of a guy is? Like like full all life, like their entire life. What's the average for all men in America?
75.
75. What do you
82.
think? You know, 50.
100.
100.
I'm gonna go with 50.
I might say 15.
Okay.
50.
82.
I'd say 40, 50.
Yeah, I'm with the same. I think it's like 40, 50.
What do y'all think ladies is? The average body count across all women in the United States.
Most probably y'all know it's about 3.
Don't mess this up, Beth.
40.
40.
I feel can go like really high.
Yes,
really
I
low.
agree.
Yeah.
Really high.
Yeah. Well, no. Let's say what the average. What do you think the average is? What do you think most women, the median?
I mean, it's more easy if they wanted to. So I guess like 60.
60 for women.
I'll say about 50.
What do you think?
40.
What do you think?
I was gonna say 40.
What do you think?
Probably 60, 80.
What do you think?
Shit. 35, 40. Damn.
I don't think I've even liked 30 people in my entire life. I'm like
Based off of y'all's friends and everything.
Because we're talking about my generation now, right?
10 to 15.
Yeah, this was a study that was done. This was a study. Well, no, we're talking about all. No, this is all women in the United States average.
Who
This
don't
was
lie
the
about their
U.S.
body
census.
counts.
Are we going to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the
I mean,
body count
obviously,
again?
but we're still just gonna go by the study just to like see what it says. But you say about 10?
Maybe 20. If
10,
you're,
20, maybe
yeah.
20. What do you think?
I think it's like, I'm going to lie and say 20, 30 because I feel like if it was the average girl, not a lot of girls are like willing to put themselves out there. And I do think pretty privilege is a thing. Not a lot of girls really do get play like men think. But I also do and have had a lot of friends that are well up there. So
Yeah, so
average days, they're pretty high.
So guys, this was I went around a couple times. I asked a lot of questions on this one because I wanted to show something to everybody watching on YouTube. Y'all just revealed something very, very crazy. If we actually look at the stats, we're talking significantly lower than what y'all are saying. And but what's crazy is people project what they see and what they experience. So what all of y'all are saying right now is either what y'all have had up to. I'm not going to sit here and accuse y'all of having 40, 50 body counts, but either y'all do or y'all see it a lot. And that means all your friends and birds of a feather flock together. So I know that y'all are at least close to that shit. No, for real. If y'all are assuming those type of numbers, it's actually like 6 for women and like 7 for men, ladies.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Like, and you know what's crazy? Hold on. Did y'all know? Yeah, no, seriously, because we went. That's all people in the population, okay? And then y'all also got to look at. Yeah, no, it's not. It's the total truth. But like y'all gotta understand, obviously some things would be lies, but if so, if anything, the guys would lie and say that it's higher than what it really is. So if anything, that stat is overinflated for the men, and then women, if anything, would lie that it was lower than what it really is. So if anything, that one is underinflated. So if anything, it might be around 9, 10 for women, and then like 4 or 5 for guys. If we really wanted to go by what y'all just said, and I agree with y'all, they've actually brought that up a lot of times when I brought that study up. But no, I can't express to y'all that there's very few guys that are having sex right now. There was a study that just came out recently. I think it was like 50 or 60% of men that are in between the ages of 18 and 21 are virgins or like didn't have. I think it was virgins, and I was like, holy shit! Like half of them. Okay.
Is this info from the U.S. or?
Yeah, this is all
yeah,
U.S.
she said
info.
from the U.S.
Yeah, no, every study that we usually bring up is
Can I
usually
ask
U.S.
a
related.
question?
Yeah.
So then, where are all these STDs and high rates?
Yeah, I'm about to break it down. So like women swipe right, and this is really crazy because it actually goes across on like all the other studies that are done. Like Dr. David Buss studies it specifically. Women swipe right on the top 4.5% of men, and that actually goes across the board, not just on dating apps, just all over. Like y'all usually choose the top 4.5% men, and those are the guys that y'all know get around that have 100+ bodies, 200, 300. Those are the guys that are in the top 4.5%. They're exceptional. The looks, the symmetry of their face, their body, the muscles, everything about them, they're exceptional. And that's why every girl is all going and fucking them. This is the football player, guys. This guy at college is fucking all the girls because he's a football player. Like, y'all gotta understand, y'all are all fucking the same guy. You wanna know why there's so many STIs? Because y'all are all fucking the same dude. Like, y'all all go, like, you gotta understand, a guy who's a 10 will fuck a girl that's a 4. On a cold Tuesday, we will fuck anything. So like, it's like we have different short-term mating strategies. A man's short-term mating strategy is I'll fuck anything. A woman's short-term mating strategy is what we bring up earlier. The 6'4", the really attractive dude. Y'all weren't saying that, but when we look at studies, that's what it shows. So that like we could see that our dating preferences are completely different, and y'all get confused. And you're like, oh, if he fucks me, that means that I'm like that. And it's like, no, you're not, sweetheart. You're actually like a 5. And you'll never be able to lock down in a relationship for that. See, we were talking about incels. I've been joking about incels and stuff. What do y'all think a femcel is? You know, an incel is a guy that can't get sex. He's a fucking loser because he can't get pussy. Y'all are the gatekeepers of sex. So if a guy can't get sex, he's a fucking loser. Because, that means he can't get past the gate of the woman. There's something wrong with him.
But they're paying for it now. Can we talk about that? I want to put that. Are these men part of the?
No, they're still incels to me. If a guy pays for it, don't get me wrong. He's technically not an involuntary celibate anymore, but he's still a fucking loser because he didn't get burning genuine desire. He got it for paying for it instead of getting it because the girl wanted to give it to him.
And do we count those body counts as well?
No, also,
that's
illegal.
No, that is a body. It's legal in Nevada. I mean, there's some people that are going to Nevada to do it.
Yeah, it's legal now.
It's definitely legal in some states.
It's legal in Oregon.
Yeah, in Oregon too.
In general, it's illegal in the United States of America.
But like, but regardless, like, I just want you to understand though, like those guys, like, they're still a loser though. Like, if you're a 40-year-old guy who finally loses virginity because you paid $500, that doesn't make you're still an incel to me. I don't care what anybody says. You might not technically be an incel anymore, but you're still a fucking incel. You're still a loser because you couldn't actually get it. So, but I wanted to, What were you
I
gonna say?
hate to say it, I just also feel like mental health takes a play in that, and I hate to be the one to say it because guys
yeah.
nowadays have such unrealistic standards. One, like my ex-boyfriend recently, literally would get on Instagram, scroll,
Thank you.
and he would straight up be like, "Oh, look at this girl," and I'd be like, like all of that's fake, right? No, it's not. I'm like,
But you
guys
gotta
don't even know
understand,
the
like,
fucking
why,
difference.
like you gotta peel the layer back. Like, why is he like that? It's all because of just two things. Like, everything is all messed up just because of porn and
Yep.
social media. That's all it is. And gaming for guys specifically, porn and gaming. So if any guy or anime, we're talking really weird shit going on right now in the world. But no, I wanted to bring it back to what was a femcel. I want to ask y'all really quick. The ladies that already know what a femcel is, don't fucking ruin it.
God.
Don't ruin it. We'll start over here on this side. Do you know what a femcel is?
I don't know.
No? Do you know what a femcel is? Do you know what a femcel is?
I'm gonna take a guess. Is it a man with a feminine cell?
No, because so it's gonna be the equivalent. So if a guy is a loser because he can't get sex, he's a loser because he can't get pussy. Okay, so what makes a woman a loser? What makes her a loser in the relationship world?
What makes her a loser? I mean, she just can't get dick.
No, every woman can get dick. What are you talking about?
What?
There's not one girl in this world that cannot
I know
get dick.
some that cannot.
No, some
No,
can't.
trust
Can we
me.
stop saying that? I hate that shit.
Hey, no, trust me. If y'all wanted to go raise your ass outside in the fucking air, there would be a guy that would pop it in
Trannies
fucking
don't
5
count.
minutes.
Trannies don't
I'm
count.
serious.
Why
Like
don't
we're talking. I'm not talking about like from what you want. I'm just saying if y'all wanted sex, like y'all could get it. Whereas an incel dude that's 40 years old, he's not going to find it anywhere. He's going to pay for it if he can. That's the only thing. What do you think it is?
A femcel.
Don't ruin it. No.
You just
No.
asked me. You just fucking asked me.
Mute her mic.
What?
No. Mute blue.
Okay, let me tell you.
No. What's a femcel?
I don't fucking know.
No? What do you think it is?
Finally remember,
I mean,
and I can't answer.
I just assume that it's a woman who fucking hates men and doesn't want to have sex with them.
No.
I'm sort of on the same page with her though, but only because like once upon a time I did go on a date with an incel and like I'd have to get into it, doesn't matter actually, but he literally was just like not okay with like women being in charge and things, and I feel like it's just like the opposite. Would
He's
be
a
an old
misogynist.
man
Can I
hater.
please
He's a
answer?
misogynist, guys.
I remember. Can I answer?
No. I'm doing it. So like, ladies, what?
I just wanted to add something because I thought it was funny. So I used to be friends with this incel on Facebook, and do you know why he was an incel?
Why?
Because his girlfriend stabbed him with a fork, and he was like very vocal
With
about
trauma.
it. Yeah,
He's gone through trauma.
So he like hated women. Like
So like
from
that's
that
so like let's be like clear here with words, okay? If a guy legitimately hates women, that is a misogynist.
Okay.
If somebody legitimately hates women, that's misogynist, and this can be men or women. A woman can be a misogynist. A woman can hate women. Okay. Incel is just a guy who just can't get pussy. Now, can he be an incel and misogynist? Yes. He can be a guy who can't get pussy, and because he can't get pussy, he hates women. So yeah. It can yes, it definitely is interchangeable. But so a femcel, I just told y'all. So like the gatekeepers of sex are y'all. Okay, the guy can't get pussy. So since he can't get pussy, we're gonna make fun of him because he can't get pussy. Okay, because y'all are the gatekeepers. Who are the gatekeepers of relationships?
Women.
No, men are. Men are the gatekeepers of relationships. Y'all don't. Y'all can fuck that Chad as much as you want. And he's not gonna put you if he doesn't ever put you in the relationship, then you're the goofy, okay? And he can do that, and he can also choose to never put a ring on your finger too. We are literally the gatekeepers of relationships in both ways, in both marriage and with the regular relationship, okay? So because of that, a femcel is a woman that can't get a relationship. Now, if y'all could, all of y'all can get relationships, but it's not from the guy that you want. And the guy, so the guy that you really, so that's, I would say a girl that's a femcel is a girl that can't get a relationship from the guy that she wants. If you do everything in your power, you give that golden pussy as many times and he's still not giving you anything more than the dick, you're a femcel. I'm sorry, ladies. I hate to say it.
I'm not a okay. I've never been a femcel.
No, but I do feel him on that, honestly, because I do know a lot of girls that are like super pressed about that exact situation, and I won't lie, I've been in that exact position, like pissed at like, oh, I really like somebody and felt like we could go somewhere, but it is true. Men decide exactly how your shit plays out. Don't think you're in control at all, even when you are. You're not.
Yeah.
It's like the same way, like waiting to exhale. Like, girl, we're the one waiting to get the status. We're the one waiting to get the ring. It's not realistic. Like, women want to be bosses, and we can within our own independence. But when it comes to relationships, that's not real.
Ooh, that's actually a good thing to kind of talk about. Like, who do y'all? So I thought this was really funny about the body count thing. Like, because you had said, I didn't ask all y'all, but you had said that you wanted your body count to be higher than his. How do y'all all feel about that? Do you want your body count to be higher than the man, or do you want his to be higher than yours?
His to be higher than mine.
Okay, what do you think?
Same.
Same?
Same.
His to be higher. His to be higher. His to be higher. His to be higher.
Mhm.
His to be higher. You don't want a guy that's experienced? Yeah, you do. Yeah, no. So you definitely don't want a guy with a lower body count.
No, that's what I was like. Everyone started talking about.
Oh, so you got a little confused.
And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need experience.
Yeah. Y'all don't want a guy that has no experience for sure. I want to ask, when it comes to like the power dynamic, do y'all like whenever you're in a relationship, ladies, like usually one person's in the other one's frame. One person has more control, more power. You're walking into their rules. Who do y'all like? How do y'all like your relationship to be? Do you want it to be more in your control or more in the guy's control? Start with you on this one.
I would say that old me before this last relationship honestly would have said like, oh, I'd love it to be 50-50 because I truly believed in that. That's what I've watched my parents do. But in this day and age, the way that men carry their dominance and the way that you guys aren't like, we're in such a social media era that you guys have to understand all men have left is to show that like we can provide and we can be that strong man. And if they feel like they can't have that, especially in a relationship, it's doomed.
Yep.
And that's a problem in like, I think a lot of men's lives is like they want to be providers and can't. And they're asking things out of themselves and their partners that even they can't give. So I think at the end of the day, the same way, it's honestly all in the man's perspective.
Yeah, no.
You're never going to get that 50-50.
Yes.
No, that's actually a good point. Good job. But what do you think?
Can you like repeat the question?
Wait, what did I say? I said,
Right.
do you want do you want it to be mostly in your frame or the guy's
Oh,
frame? So
okay.
like who makes the rules in the relationship? Because you know how one person usually is more in control than the other.
I like the man to be more in control. I'm just a very indecisive kind of like ADHD like person, and I like having that like solid
Foundation.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. I like that. I
Mhm.
like not being like told what to do, but like a
You don't gotta worry
suggestion.
about it.
Yeah, like I
Yeah,
don't.
he's taking care of it. It's no big deal.
There are some bills that I don't see because I don't want to see, and it just works. It works.
Oh,
So.
no, yeah, good.
Yeah.
What do you think? Which one do you want your relationships to usually be in?
I prefer men that can lead.
Yeah, but so if they can lead, you want him to be
If they can.
want it to be in his frame. Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you think?
I think I really agree with what she was saying because it's like in this day and age, there are men that want to be providers and in a sense can't or they aren't. And it's like, although I don't want to lead, yeah, if you're like somebody I can't be submissive to, that's usually what it ends up being like. Yeah, you're either getting knocked out of my frame or you're just in my frame.
I gotta ask, like, say, like, y'all see how the economy is. Like, we're talking about incomes and stuff like that. Like, if we look at major cities, women out earn men in some of them, and like, who's graduating from college at a higher rate? Women, 60% to 40% men. So, like, y'all are doing really good right now. And I would say on top of that, you are able to also finesse men to get even more savings and get even more stuff that most guys, and your families will probably help you out a little bit more compared to the men. So like y'all get a lot of benefits. I'd say y'all get a lot, to get a little bit of advantage over most average guys that y'all wanted to, if you want to date somebody around your age and shit.
I feel like men are really babied in some categories.
But like say like I agree with you because of video games and their parents stuff. Like
Yeah,
I totally agree. But
men have parents that literally take care of them or give them opportunities that I feel like, especially for women like me, we don't have. Like my parents, I feel like treat me more like the boy than they treat my brothers.
But you have multiple brothers, don't you? You have like 4?
To 12, yeah.
Yeah. So like. Some families are different. Like some family, I really believe that there's a bias in some families where some families are really, really on the women's side, and some families are really, really on the men's side. So like you might be a only daughter in an all boy family, and it's very like patriarchal. It's very like the guys are always right, you're always wrong, and that's just how it is. And like my family was very similar. It was me versus 4 women all the time. Like I wasn't gonna win. It was never gonna happen. So like I definitely think that it just depends. It's on a per family basis though. Wait, who had answered the last one? Did you answer that one? Yeah. Yeah. So which frame do you want to be in, the men's or yours?
I'd like it to be more in the man's, just because there gets to be a point where it's like, okay, if I want to be in control of certain things and you're letting me, like you're just kind of letting me do it.
Such a pussy.
Like it's just like, speak up, bro. Like especially if you didn't like what I'm doing. If I'm leading a certain way that you don't really like, but you're like, oh, okay, well, I love you, just go ahead and do it. That's just kind of weak.
Yeah, he's just giving you whatever you want, huh?
But not in the good way. You're like, he's letting me do whatever I want. He's letting me run things how I want. But if it's not logical, because sometimes women think with emotions instead of logic. If it's not logical, I need somebody logical in my corner that's going to push me in the right direction. But I mean, there's some things I'd like to lead, like maybe like my kids. I'd like to make sure I'm strong with my kids.
Yeah. I think women can lead that.
Yeah, I'm sure I would really like the man to also be involved, of course, but like those are my kids. I want to take care of things like that, take care of the home and stuff like that.
Yeah, you made them. So yeah, I definitely think you can have a little bit more authority over that. What do you think, ladies? I want to know, she was just bringing up, that she doesn't, like, she might choose the wrong things of what she wants. Do y'all think, just pivot to a different question real quick, do y'all think that y'all truly know what you want? Like, do you think that, like, you really, really, really know what you want as a woman? Do you think
Honestly,
women in general know what they want?
Oof, women in general, hell no. Because
But
think
even
that,
you, but you're like, I'm an exception. I know what the fuck I want.
Well, I won't say that I'm an exception, but I think that I've taken a lot of time to work on myself outside of I was never focused on dating, and I think that's the problem with women, and I hate to say it, like, I love my girly pops, but we spend a lot of our lives like wanting that fairy tale and chasing it, and that's all we're raised and growing up on, right? So it's like men aren't born thinking about their fucking wedding day. Women are born growing old, and all we think about is wearing that fucking white dress, our parents getting to have that moment with us. That's not on a man's mind, you know what I mean?
It's so crazy if y'all want it so bad. Why are so many women messing up at getting it? It's crazy. No, you're right though. Like, y'all do want it.
That's why I say that, like, a lot of girls really don't know what they want though, because we've been like on unrealistic standards of what we're expecting out of men, and especially nowadays, I just don't think that that's fair on either part of a male or female. So,
well, I feel like more like, and that's why I do agree with you. Kind of for other girls that I hang out with, but for me, it's more of I was raised to be very hyper independent.
Yes.
So I realize now that I'm older in some past relationships, I may have like messed up being so hyper independent. Because I mean, I really didn't give a damn about getting married. Boy, I got this. I'll marry myself. But then it's like,
well, you can go back to it
like
later.
That,
well, like, y'all know that you can go back to most women though are like taught, it's okay, I can get the bag right now and I can get the Disney wedding later. A lot of feminism and everything has told y'all, go get the bag first and then you can get that later. They don't tell you the truth about everything. Trust me, they make way more money off y'all going and buying more makeup, getting your tits done, getting your ass done, doing all this shit to make yourself look younger and compete with the younger girls again. So they're not going to tell y'all the truth and say y'all need to do this shit early on or else it's going to be harder for you later. They're not going to tell y'all that. They make more money off of when the market lies, women buys, okay? They're always going to lie to y'all, including men too, because they run most of the shit. Wait, so yeah, what about? Wait, did you answer it?
I did not.
No. Yeah.
I think that she hit it on the fucking head. Like, I don't even know how to like follow up with that.
So you definitely like think that you know what you want, but most women don't either. Or most women don't, but you know what you want.
Yeah, it depends on the week. Like,
on the week.
Seriously.
Oh yeah, for sure. If it, like 2 weeks after your period, you might be a little bit more, normal.
Like before, it's like,
or no, actually, even then, you're probably gonna be going a little crazy too if we really think about it. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think that Wait, what was my original question? I'm so fucking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stumped. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm
know what they want.
Yeah. Do you know what they want?
Do I know what they want?
Yeah. Do you know what women want?
Do you think
women know what they want?
Sometimes I honestly feel like it depends on where they're at in their journey, just period. Like, are you on a healing journey? Are you out here just fucking off? Like, I don't know. I just think it depends on the woman, honestly.
The context of it. What do you think? Do women know what they want? We're talking in general here, though. Yeah, y'all think women know what they want in general?
Hell no.
They think they do.
Yes, that's a good.
They think they do. What do you think?
I would say no.
You don't think so?
Because, well, just me personally, I have a certain type of guy that I want, and I never get him. I never end up getting him.
The guy who makes 500.
Yeah, that's what I want. I know I want that, but like, why am I not getting that?
I know, like, if only we could get a clue of why. Just why, like, as if the percentage. Did you know that top 1% is $400,000 a year?
Love that.
Yeah, one. So
I'm
you gotta get 1%er. Yeah, let's go. What about you?
I'm gonna say no, but it's only because like we're always evolving, and definitely with like society and what we see, and we're social media people. As soon as we see something, oh, bell bottoms are in today, I'm rocking with the bell bottoms.
Influence, yep.
Like we're so hot and cold, you know. So
Based off what's going on.
yeah, we
I
will put
think that
emotion.
goes with like your age also, like the age of your, oh my gosh, like what time period you are in your life.
True.
Like when you're younger, of course you don't know what you want. Like somebody else is making decisions for you.
Yeah.
During your 20s, I guess 30s also, you need to figure out what you want.
I'd argue y'all still don't know what you fucking want. I'm just kidding.
And,
I'm just
you know,
fucking with you. I'm gonna pull it all back around at the end. It's really good.
I think it's a 50-50 thing.
You think it's 50-50? What do you think?
I think it's yes.
You know what y'all
want? We all know what we want, but we all different, and we all want different things, and we all focus in different areas. Like maybe for certain people they don't think that's important, so they don't even like think about it.
Mhm.
But for them they are, so they're focusing on that, and we think that's crazy. But I mean,
that's just what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you were 23, right?
Yes.
You were 23?
Yeah.
Would you say your preferences or the things that you wanted when you were 19 is exactly the same as you are now in 23?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have the same preferences for men and stuff?
Yeah, like they go away sometimes, but they always come back and they are like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah, you're like, oh no, I don't want the tall guys anymore, and you date the short guy, and you're like, I definitely want the tall guy again.
like,
that guy
I
was a
always
dork.
do, but,
I stopped having an
that's
orgasm
what
after 2 months. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think women know what they want?
I feel like yeah, but I feel like it takes time and trauma and just life to get to that point to really just know. But I feel like when we're finally at that point, we do know what we want.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
maybe it's more of a we know what we want, or it's not what we need.
Yeah, no. So yeah, that's exactly what I talk about. So like, ladies, what I would like to say is that like you definitely know what y'all want. Y'all definitely know it, like, and y'all pursue it. Some women get exactly what they want. Some women marry the millionaire, get the Birkin, get the fucking cars, get the Lambo, get everything that they want. They get everything. But what's crazy is sometimes they find out after they get everything that they want, that's not actually what they needed. That's not that man, that simp beta fucking loser that gave her every fucking thing that she asked for, everything that she wanted, that she said, this is right, I know what I want. She realized that wasn't it. And the problem is like those guys that do that, they're fueling this fire that y'all all think that you know what you want. There's a bunch of losers out here that are gonna say, yeah, that is what you want, baby girl. I'll have to get it for you right now. And because of it, and y'all want to, that's part of the reason why relationships are so messed up today. Y'all need to find a real man that tells you what you fucking need. And what you need is we need to save our money and buy a house. And we need to put we need to match our 401k to the max. We need to put as much in it as we can. We need to max our IRA and our HSA. We need to put our save. Then we need to have kids. We need to do these things. And like, and our kids need to do this. And we need, like, y'all got to understand a lot of what y'all want isn't what you fucking need. And like the second y'all find a guy that's trying to tell y'all, you know, all that shit, don't run from it and be scared. He's literally trying to save you. Literally trying to save you from like the depths of fucking like loneliness in the future and being broke. Y'all realize that in like 30 years, we're going to each need $6 million at retirement because of inflation. If we track inflation right now, $6 million. How many people are saving for their $6 million? You know how much that means? That means that you need to be putting at least $23,000 a year away. Most people ain't doing 23K in their 401k or in their IRA or their HSA. So most people are fucked right now. And our Social Security's going away. So it's like it's not like y'all think it's all fun and games right now, going on these trips, doing all this fun stuff. It ain't gonna be fun in 30 years when you're still working. It's not gonna be fucking fun, I promise y'all. And like it's one of my biggest fears. Y'all want to know why I'm so like I think I'm better than everybody else just because I think 30 years ahead on everything that I do. Y'all, this podcast, guys, this is like the start of a 30-year plan. Everything I do is 30 years in the future. Every one of them. And that's how every person should be thinking. And y'all want to know how to find a really good guy? That's what you look for. You look for a guy that's looking 30, 40 years in the future. When y'all go on a first date, all he's talking about is things that are 30, 40 years in the future. If he's talking about right now, if he's talking about things that are going on right now, even if he's thinking about 10 years in the future, that's better than most guys.
Yeah, but what if you're not acting? Like anybody can talk. When are you gonna start walking?
Yeah, so this is where y'all's intelligence comes in. I like to teach y'all. Y'all need to know about this shit too. I teach finance, a very big part of my mentorship, because if y'all know how to ask the right questions, you know how on his shit he is. If you don't know what a 401k is or IRA or HSA, if you don't know what a health savings account is, you should learn it. You should figure it out.
I think that doesn't keep people from lying, though. You know what I mean? The same way people are
You
constantly
can
like,
tell if somebody's stupid though by it's very simple. On the first date, you just say, "Are you matching your 401? Like what kind of job do you have? Okay, I do this. Okay, dope. So do you have a 401k with them? It's like, yeah. Do you match it? Like what percentage does your company match? And if they're
Did
like,
your girlfriend ask you that on y'all's first date?
huh?
Did your girlfriend ask you that on your first date?
No, she's very lucky that she found a guy that was already on his shit.
But that's my point. Those aren't typical average first date questions. Unless
That's
you're
why.
dating
That's
to
why I have
marry.
to teach women. One of the number one things I do on the show is I teach women how to discern. Is
True.
because y'all weren't taught how to discern. You know, for thousand, no, you don't know how to. Y'all fall in love with your ears and men fall in love with our eyes. That's why y'all wear makeup and men lie. Okay, so like you're gonna sit there and you're always gonna fall for the guy that does the right thing. Guys use your hypergamy against you all the time. And so, like, if you don't have a father or uncle or a brother, and what did I say earlier about fathers and brothers and uncles right now? They're not standing up and doing what they're supposed to do because they will be shamed for it. People could lose their jobs for talking like I do on this show. There's a guy, a professor, that lost his job for just bringing up a study that, like, we're talking somebody that was tenured, okay? He literally lost everything because he just brought up that on dating apps, black men are the most sought after, Asian men are the least, and that black women were the least and Asian women were the most. And he got fired and lost everything for just saying that one fact that he did a study on. Boom, lost it all. So when I say this stuff, guys, like, people get canceled, people get removed. Like, I'm going to miss out on pussy for the rest of my life. My family's not going to talk to me. I'm not going to have a lot of things because I'm sitting here risking to tell y'all the truth. Y'all understand? Every guy out here is trying to lie to y'all because they want the fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I got a beautiful girlfriend at home right now. I don't need anything like that. So I'm gonna tell you all the truth like a brother or an uncle or something. And so like that, like you can't discern, and you need somebody like me to tell you exactly what to say. I'll tell you exactly what to say on that day. You ask him about his job very, very normally, and then you say, "Oh, that's dope. I have a 401k in my job. Do you have one also? Okay, cool. What percentage match do they do? Mine does 4%. What does yours do?" And if he can't even answer that question, he's not even doing a full max on his 401k.
See,
and a lot of guys wouldn't be able to.
I worry that a lot of like guys nowadays are so focused on like all women want is money. So if you go on a date as a woman nowadays asking a man about his finances, immediately you're a broke bitch that's trying to use me for everything, and you're a fucking gold digger. That's nuts.
Yeah, and I hear that all the time. But I would say that any guy that has that instant reaction, that's a red flag on him. Exactly. Because like for me, when I went on, I'll tell you what I did say on my first date with my girl. I bragged about my shit because I'm so proud of it. I've worked hard. You know, I don't get nothing out of my 401k right now.
Yeah,
I don't get nothing out of that. So I'm very proud of it. I'm very fucking proud that I'm not going to get to touch that for 30 years and that it's do it. So like, I'm going to brag. Like, guys who have shit going for them in their future, brag about it. Exactly. And there's a difference between cocky and confident. Mm-hmm. So like, if he's being a cocky dumbass, then that's one thing. But if he's really confident because he's like proud of what he did, that's a completely different thing.
I was going to say, as somebody who's met a couple of millionaires, like, they're actually happy when you ask how much is in their bank account, what are you making? They like answering that type of stuff because
they're proud.
Let me show you.
Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to ask. Yeah. So
that's the problem, because most of us are average women out dating average men. You're not averagely meeting millionaires. Most of my friends are pros in something and are pretty high profile people myself, which is why I feel like you have to date a certain kind of way. But that's not your average dating.
Well, but like no, but I gotta be honest with you. None of y'all are dating average dudes. Like, we can look at the dating app studies. We can look at everything. I know y'all aren't fucking the normal guys. Y'all aren't fucking the plumbers.
Oh, I definitely.
Y'all aren't fucking the electricians.
Hey, plumbers and electricians make great money, by the way.
No. One of my biggest tips that I teach is to bet on, like, one of the most dangerous things y'all can do is bet on a guy, because you don't know what's going to happen. Y'all, it's usually better for y'all to stand at the finish line and wait. Yeah. And so, but the thing is, a lot of women do like to bet though, or they think that they have the good discernment to do that. And if you do, you should probably choose one of those guys, because you know that they're going to be a journeyman in 10 years. They might want to own their own business. You know, like those are good guys to bet on. Another way to tell if y'all can bet on a guy is based off of how much of a problem solver he is. It's not just drive, because we brought this up a lot of the show, and girls are like, drive. That's all that matters. If he has drive, that's fine. A guy can have drive and just be doing the dumbest shit over and over and over again. Like, just the dumbest hustles, t-shirt brand here, doing this here. Like, he's just not, he's going all over the place. He can't focus. And so those guys, just having drive isn't enough. Like, he can drive you broke having drive. Like, or he'll drive you into a creek or some shit. So like, I would say problem solving is everything. And that's another reason why blue collar workers are the best, is because they're the best problem solvers. Coders are the best problem solvers. Y'all need to find guys that know how to problem solve. That's who's going to make you rich one day, honestly, or give you a good life in the end. Yeah.
You need to ask yourself, if you want him on your side during the zombie apocalypse. Is he going to be on your team? Because if he's not, then there's just no point.
Yeah. No, if I gotta ask just really quick, ladies. This is like a very feminine panel, so I don't think we're and ladies that's already done this part. Please don't fuck it up. But this is a very feminine panel, so I don't think we're gonna have that much of a trouble with it. Ladies, if say we're at the club and a dude just comes up, I'm your boyfriend, and a dude just comes up and he just takes a big old grip of your ass right in front of me, and I'm just like, I just look up, I saw all of it, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't want to do nothing, you know. Like, I just want to know, like, how would y'all feel if y'all had to, you know, deal with something like that? Like, how would that make you feel if you saw that?
I feel like people are quick to be like, oh, my man better stand up and fight. But I'm also like, if we're in our grown ass ages and you're still fighting, that's a problem for me. First of all, it's very disrespectful of obviously what just happened. But if you get out of character and act an ass too and embarrass the fuck out of me over some bullshit we both agree is wrong, that's just.
I'm talking. This dude literally grabbed your ass so hard he stuck his middle finger into your
if
vagina.
I know what I know, the guys I date
like
are
he
about
sexually assaulted
look,
you.
That's
Hey,
different though.
yo.
You're making it seem like an ass grab, but look at even at the end of the day, any
I'm
guy
saying
that
he
I've
goes that
dated
far.
is going to definitely mollywop somebody. But also, you have to sit with that embarrassment too. Like fuck.
Well, no, trust me. I'm one of those people that says violence should never fucking happen. Like you should always walk away. There's the homeless guy or whoever's doing that thing isn't worth the trouble. But a sexual assault on your girl.
like,
I'm saying
fair.
if this motherfucker sexually assaults you, how would you feel if your man does nothing? And I want to know how
Then
you
that's
feel.
not my man, you know. 'Cause,
Okay,
like,
that's all I need
obviously
to hear.
feel
Yeah.
wrong.
It feels fucked up. He wouldn't be your man. How would that make you feel? Your 6'4" man just being like,
Well, I would probably react. Like, I mean, I would beat the shit out of that.
oh yeah, I'm sure he would. But like,
Um,
how would you feel though?
No, if he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so to answer that question, you have to use some logic because yes, the knee-jerk reaction, I want you to fucking kill that guy. Okay, not literally kill. But there are things at stake. Okay, and if he is
Yeah, if y'all have family and if y'all have all that, we're not gonna talk about any of those things because we're gonna say this is an instance that is so fucked up. This guy is not going to get in trouble for like the cops are gonna come there and be like, he stuck a finger in your. Oh hell no, you're going home, bro. Have fun.
Then
we're saying one of those situations. How would you feel? Like y'all trying to not go goalpost and go off and talk about other things. We're just talking about this one thing. How does it make you feel if you had a man that is your fucking man and he can't protect you in this moment?
No, that would be I would not like that at all.
You wouldn't like it at all.
No, you want to feel protected.
Protected?
Yeah.
How would that make you feel?
If my man didn't draw his shit after doing that, you're not my man. We're done. Like, listen, unpopular opinion, whatever. No, you better fuck him up. That's disrespectful. You're supposed to be a protector.
Yeah, right. No,
protect me.
Don't ruin it. But you know.
Oh my god! Then don't ask me this. Like this is why I said we need new questions.
No, this one's too good though. What about you?
I would just say, yeah, the same as her. I'm just like, why would you let that happen and not say anything? Why did you not beat him up? Why does
he does not really care about you, huh?
Why is he not lying on the floor right now, unconscious?
Yeah.
Like,
that's definitely not my man.
That's not your man.
Yeah, we're done.
You're done? You don't feel that?
The same thing.
You're done? What do you think? How does it make you feel?
I wouldn't want him to get physical because, like, keep it classy, be grown, but handle it the right way.
You would definitely feel some type of way if he did nothing. If he just sat there and just looked at you like nothing.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, that's how men feel when we have to tell y'all how to be women. And so there's a lot of times in life whenever a guy is having to tell his woman, you know, I don't like you yelling. I don't want you getting loud. I don't want you doing this. Or I don't want you going to the club. I don't want you wearing that out. I don't want you to do that. We don't want to tell y'all any of that shit. Like, I don't want you posting on Instagram. We don't want to tell you any of that shit. Like, I don't get to be conditionally feminine. I don't get to wear heels on Monday.
Is that why you didn't like my answer?
No, yeah. Because like the biggest thing is it's just about the feeling. I just want y'all to, because y'all know what it feels like when your man isn't acting like a man that he should be. Like if somebody broke in the house and he didn't take care of y'all like he's supposed to, y'all, that would make you feel some type of way. And that's how men feel when I'm constantly having to coach women on how to be women, or guys in their relationships are trying to coach women how to be a woman in their own relationship. It's really exhausting. And we have to do it all the time today. This isn't, and it's never been like that. It's never been a time where we have to tell a woman like, yo, I want to be the leader. Like, can you please like stop acting like that?
I mean, you're not being a man.
You're not leading.
Tell me how to be a
Nowadays,
woman.
Men nowadays do not lead. They like, if I could tell you the amount of dudes I know, even guy friends that are like, fuck, I wish I had a sugar mom. And I'm like, that's crazy because I'm used to like men providing. Like, why would you ever want to be in a position where you're being taken care of by a woman? That's weird for me, for a man to say it, but exactly, it's because their moms have babied them. And that's crazy.
Why is your mom
So if we're talking about preference, everyone needs to agree that I don't want a mama's boy.
Yeah, here I gotta ask really quick though around the table. If a woman ends up with a guy who's a mama's boy, or ends up in a relationship with a dude that's this way, or he's 50-50 type guy, or whatever he is, whose fault is it?
Ours.
It's y'all's fault.
The hell?
No.
It is y'all's fault.
Girl, wait.
Y'all have the
usually
choice.
know. I usually didn't. I didn't
You
find out he
find
was
that
a mama's
out later.
boy until your mom
but
is
you
calling
get
me,
finesse.
telling me how our relationship needs to go. I'm
But like
sorry.
this is why discernment once again is such a big deal. It is such a big deal to be able to have somebody help you discern. And like it honestly, the best discernment is just not fucking people. Like if you didn't fuck people really fast, it's really easy to learn about them. It's really easy to tell if they're the type of person that's gonna run away, or like y'all's best dating strategy. Shout out to Dr. David Buss. Like one of my favorite things I always talk about is y'all's long-term dating strategy. This is why I get all the hate on the internet. Y'all wanna know why? This is it. Because a woman's long-term strategy is to be with the beta bucks guy. The guy that is going to fully take the 5'6" guy who makes really good money and he barely gets girls, but because of that, he's not going to run away whenever y'all have a baby. And that's really safe. That's the best thing for y'all. Honestly, the best fucking thing is that beta dude that's going to be by your side no matter what, and he has no other options that are going to decide to steal him or anything. But y'all's short-term strategy is the really hot dude who's 6'4" or something, So y'all try to compromise and like get certain things, but in reality, y'all are all gonna settle one day. Like we all go purple pill in the end. Purple pill is considered being red pill in a relationship. We all go purple pill in the end. We're all gonna end up in relationships, especially the women, because y'all will sooner or later settle for something. And you don't want to. Let's not use the word settle. What's the word that we like to use here, guys? Compromise.
I don't even think that's an issue. I think everything you said is true because I feel like as women, we really have to like hone into ourselves and understand that like the same way as like how you say, like if a man's getting anything from a woman, it's because we're allowing it. And it's one of those same standards. Like, honestly, I wasn't upset with how you said earlier, like, oh, he needs to have less than me. But your average man, straight up, if I know you like corrected it, but average man, if you were to tell them like, oh, like they had less than the woman they were with, you're probably a hoe to them. And that's wild to me. But I do think that's sort of kind of the standard.
Well, what's normal today, so like all those average guys that y'all go on dates with, like y'all won't be able to tell, but the guys that are just normal dudes, they got a 5 to 10 body count, and most of y'all got that by 18, 19, okay? And this guy who's 25 or whatever is barely getting to that or something. So like y'all all have way more experience, sexual experience, and even socially, okay? Think about how many guys approached you from the age of 16 to 22. We're talking tons of people coming up to you and asking for for your number, or just building a social skills level. Like y'all social skill level is fucking at 1,000 when a guy gets to like 200, because our social skills, like the things that we're doing, especially today with gaming, oh my god, guys aren't even being social anymore. Their only social skill is interacting online with a headset. So like they don't even read facial features anymore. Like the guys that are like my age, like I'm 32, like guys like 30 and up that still know how to read facial expressions and still know how to do stuff, that's about to be gone in the next 5-10 years. All these younger guys don't have those same skills unless they're outside all the time.
Do you think that she, as a life coach, can teach a man that?
What? To how to do those things?
Yeah.
The worst thing a woman can do is give advice to a guy on how to get women. I think that she can give guys advice on certain other things, just how to be inspired or just how to be successful and stuff. Like there's a lot of things that I think that she could give advice on, but I don't think that she would be able to give good advice on getting a woman, because women y'all always project what y'all like personally like or like what you think is right, and that's never the truth. Like y'all you gotta understand, y'all are so covert, you're not overt. Men are very overt. That's why we're like, this is what I want you to do this is how I feel. Y'all don't do that shit. Y'all are like, he better fucking ask me right now what's wrong. He better say sorry soon, or else I'm gonna get really pissed. And we don't even know that we're supposed to say sorry. Like we don't even know that like you're mad about it. Like we don't even know what we're supposed to say, because y'all
Some men aren't
y'all
good with even when you tell them though.
Well, like no, yeah, because even when you tell us, like it's still like if you have to tell a guy to say sorry, if you have to tell a guy, like what you want, like
no, not say sorry, but like even if like I guess that's why when she said emotional intelligence, that comes into play. Also, just being able to properly communicate, because it's like,
yeah, you do spend so much time. You can you can effectively communicate how to tell old dude on your headset you've never met, lives in a whole other place, how to come around the corner and kill this guy, and you want your stupid ass game. But you can't effectively communicate with me when I tell you, hey, so I really didn't appreciate when you didn't do da da da, or how things have been between us, and you're like, oh my god, you're bitching again.
You want to know?
You're a bitch.
You want to know why though? Like y'all want to know why guys don't want to talk about those things? Because we're shamed so hard for basic stuff. Like I didn't like that you post. Like he might be moody and sad about something that you posted on Instagram, and y'all have already had 5 fights over it, and he lost every one of them. He doesn't know any steelmans on why you shouldn't be able to post that on Instagram, and you destroy him in every one of the debates. And he sits there and he's like, you know what? This has happened again. I'm just gonna sit here depressed and play my fucking game. I'm not gonna talk to her. Or last time I told her how I felt, she fucking used it against me. I was vulnerable and she used it all against me. So it's just like a lot of guys, we learn very quick that it's not worth it talking to y'all about any of that shit. Like any of it. I'm serious. Like I don't think a guy should talk to y'all about any fucking issues. He should always go to his boys and talk to him. And like if y'all have an issue, y'all can talk it out. But I don't think that he should talk to you about any issues.
Some men aren't good at talking.
Would you feel the same in a marriage?
Yeah.
You feel the same in a marriage?
Yeah, because even in a marriage, like you gotta. Men and women are just different. Like we solve problems differently. Like we're very logical and y'all are very emotional. So like this is gonna sound fucked up, but like guys need to treat women like children. Like that's as simple as it is. Like
okay,
we
and men that
well, because yeah, and the men that act like children shouldn't be in relationships. You shouldn't be with them. Like those are guys that should be not allowed to be with, because a true stoic man, like a woman's emotional wave should be able to crash on his rock. Like he's supposed to be the rock that doesn't move. Yeah. And her emotionalness doesn't do nothing, doesn't budge him, doesn't do anything. So what y'all do is y'all shit test all the time. And like what a shit test is, and you don't even do this on purpose, you do it subliminally. So when you shit test a guy, it's like, well, you go do this, and he's just like, no, I don't want to go do it right now. And you're like, but I don't really want to do it. And like whenever it turns into, say he keeps responding back to you and arguing back, and it turns into this big thing where y'all are yelling at each other, he failed the shit test. What he could have been like is, no, I'll do it later. And then you get mad, it's like, I'll do it later. And then he just ignores you or just lets you like get mad and act emotional. And he's just like, it's okay. She's on her period or whatever.
But a woman is different from a child. And then if a man is going to be a man, he should be able to pass the shit test by automatically shutting it down.
Do you want a man that's a leader?
A leader, always.
Yeah. So like, because y'all usually want a guy that's taller, faster, stronger, a leader, right? Okay. So with being a leader usually comes with responsibility.
Right.
Okay. So with having responsibility means that you're giving him that responsibility.
Exactly.
And so like you shouldn't have to worry about those things.
But I'm still not going to be a child. I'm going to be a woman. I'm going to be a lady.
Well, no. So like if you're giving responsibility to somebody, you're under them. So like just like how the parents are over the children, it's the same dynamic. Like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. It's actually the Bible talking. If y'all want to, here's the thing. A lot of the stuff that I bring up on the show, ladies, like I bring up Dr. David Buss, the Evolution of Desire. I bring up Marty Hazelton, Hormonal, Alpha God by Hector Garcia. These are all scientists. These are all people that are at universities that do studies. Okay, I'm not some genius. Yeah. I didn't go to college. I ain't smart. And then those are all descriptions. Those are all descriptive things. I give y'all descriptions of how the world is. Okay, when it comes to prescriptions, where I like to tell y'all what to do, most of it is coming from the Bible. So once again, don't shoot the messenger, because this is like, I'm just going to tell y'all exactly what is the best for y'all. And this is what the Bible says is best, is that this is the cycle of relationship. It's based off respect and love. Okay. So children need to respect their parents, and their parents are to love their children. And then in return, it's the same in a relationship. A marriage should be the woman respects her husband and her husband will love her.
That's true.
And whenever that dynamic is going perfect in a circle, everything is great. But the reason why that's messed up today is because women have to provide for themselves, or women are providers now.
So women don't know how to be submissive.
Yeah. So well, y'all have more responsibility. So therefore, if you have more responsibility, then you're like, I can't respect this person because you have more responsibility. But if you are in a situation where the guy has responsibility, you should be able to be okay. Like I've had a lot of women on the show be like, I like it when he treats me like a child. Like I like it whenever he like talks to me and because y'all don't have nothing to worry about, huh?
Well, it's not even just the fetish. It's like, yeah, it's that dynamic.
I kind of like it.
Okay, but your husband's a provider, right? Your husband's a provider. Mm-hmm. Your husband's been a provider since you guys got together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for some of us, like, and I guess like, yeah, like you said, sometimes it is our fault, like what we respond to, who we date, and all that stuff. So it's kind of like, sometimes though, even if he is making all this good money and he can provide, that doesn't mean he's actually a provider.
That's true.
Exactly.
So
Right.
just because you have money and you can take care of me financially doesn't mean you're actually providing for me in all the other ways that matter to me.
Yeah.
Now, if a girl just cares about being taken care of financially, then cool. Then it's probably easier for her to just be la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. But it's like there's other things that I care about also.
Well, but every guy is different. So this is what's fucked up today is like, so I always say you got to give the right amount of your money, energy, attention, and time. You're me as a guy. Like you can't just starve her. You can't just give her money and then starve her of energy, attention, and time. So like, yeah, like, you definitely have to give all those things, but it's harder today than ever. But so like, think about it. Say a guy is sacrificing like crazy. This dude's working 60, 70 hours a week, but he's going to be pulling $1 million a year or $500,000 a year or something like that to provide for his family, to give the best possible life for you, your kids, so they can go to private school, so they can actually grow up how you want them to and shit. A guy's going to sacrifice a lot to be able to give that to a family today. So like, and then what's really sad though is that the second that guy is doing something like that, how quick are most women today like able to jump on Facebook, jump on Instagram or something, and instantly start getting DMs from fucking Chad, Tyrone, fucking Edgar, and they're just sliding in while dude's at work, and she's like, I'm so sad, he's not talking to me enough, he's not spending enough time with me. The whole time this guy is literally sacrificing everything just so your family is doing better than every other family on the block. Okay, and then she's like, oh, and then she has sex with him, and she's like, you know what? I want to divorce him and take, I want to take half because you didn't make me happy. This is your fault because you should have been spending more time with me. This is all your fault. I'm going to take half your shit now. I'm going to take the kids now. I'm going to go live with fucking Edgar. And, on top of that, we're taking the dog. And, it's like they're going to just completely ruin him and take everything from him. And he did everything right. He was literally just trying to make his family as successful as physically possible. And this happens all the time now. Like I wouldn't be surprised if most divorces are happening because of that exact dynamic I just named, where the guy's overworking, especially the tradcon relationships where the wife is staying at home taking care of the kids. She's like, oh, I'm doing so much. And when that motherfucker comes home, he's helping with the kids, he's mowing the lawn, he's doing more shit at the house. The disrespect is insane to men today.
Is he doing? I want to know is I have two.
Oh yeah, I see it all the time where the women are complaining about how they're doing everything in the house and they're paying 50-50.
But I have two questions.
Yeah.
I wonder, one, with the religious thing, not to double back, but with the religious thing, I wondered, like, the same way you were saying, like, a lot of this stuff is rooted in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like also in the Bible, men are supposed to be providers. Yes, we all know. There is nowhere that also says women are supposed to have financial literacy, but we also nowadays, you'd agree, we all should have that financial literacy.
Mm-hmm.
The same way we should all have emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me to think that, like, just because you guys are men, you shouldn't. But the same way you guys want us to be financially literate, y'all should be emotionally
I actually think, if anything, I need to go pull it out, but if anything, it teaches that we should both be financially literate, actually.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
We should
because
both be
women were even accountants back then for their husbands. So like it's definitely like y'all are allowed to be financially literate. Like the thing is, it's all about being complementary to each other. So if he's really good at one thing, you just need to be good at the other thing.
And
it doesn't matter what the fuck it is, just be good at the opposite.
And I wonder too, like, if for like case by case basis, right? Like, let's say men want to be providers. A lot of men we've talked about nowadays, that's what they really want. I do feel like the average good man does want to be a provider, but they can't, even like you said, making good money. And I feel like men are quick to put themselves in situations and then blame the woman because we're the fault of it all. And that's nuts. So like my situation, say you ask me not to work, stay at home with our fucking dog.
Yeah.
I do this for months, but now I'm wreaking havoc on your life. Mind you, you come home to cook meals, clean home, clean laundry. Yes, you work, but you asked me not to. But now that you're struggling because you really couldn't afford it, I'm the bad person.
Well,
you know
obviously, it should never be in one of those situations. Like it takes intelligence, and like we got to be factual about how many families can. Honestly, a lot of families could do this with less than 100K. But when everybody wants to travel all the fucking time, wants to like go out to eat two times a month, 3 times, 4 times a month, all those things make it to where you can't make it off 60-70K a year. But no, like you could technically do it being frugal, but a lot of us have lived on Instagram and the internet so much that we have all these crazy ass expectations. Me and my girl are frugal as fuck. We like go on our dates every once in a while. We don't travel. We don't do a lot of stuff because we're focused on our future. And most people wouldn't take that sacrifice. You know how many girls would not take that sacrifice with me? Like it's very rare to find people that are focused like that.
And that's the thing we talked about last time. Sometimes sacrifices, it can be a little bit too much. Like especially depending on if your past experience has been a whole sacrifice.
What it's based off of is the tree of knowledge. If y'all go out there and you experience a lot, ladies, you're going to expect a lot. Okay, so if you sit there and say you turn 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and you only go on one vacation. Like, my girl's a perfect example of this, okay? This girl has never gone on a trip with a guy before, ever. So when we go on our first big vacation together soon, that's going to feel like an amazing thing. And I don't ever have to go somewhere and she's going to be like, oh, this fucking millionaire took me here and it was at a better fucking better place. Like, this hotel sucks compared to the one I went to last time. No guy wants to be with a girl that has a lot of experience. I'm sorry. Like, it's just the truth. I'm just going to be honest with y'all.
Even if it's within herself, because that's a big thing for me. Like I said, I graduated high school at 15. I spent a lot of years traveling by myself, paying my own fees, my own bills for 10 years. And I feel like that's baffling to think that, like, that's a turnoff for a man that
I'll explain to you why. Because what comes with doing all of that is trauma. And like,
what trauma? I had a damn good time.
No, but like, I'm telling you, like, the older a woman is and she's single, that's definitely a proof of something's going on there. Okay, and then on top of that, if she's the type where she's a super hustler and she's very focused on her money and her work and stuff like that, that's another trauma because you were never meant to do that. So you're fully in your masculine energy. You're fully a type A person at that point. There's no, like, why would, like, one of the number one things I teach guys whenever they sign up for my program is, then this is gonna bother people, but I teach them to go for young women, because if you go for over a certain age, they're devoted. Like, you want devotion. Love is devotion. The Bible talks about love is devotion. And the only way somebody can be devoted and show devotion is if they haven't already given that to something else, whether it's their job or to money or to so many people that they can't give it to anybody else anymore. Like, or they've been damaged so bad they can't even give devotion anymore at all. Like, that's everything. So you can go do all those things and be like a hustler and do all that, but it's about how much devotion can you show at the end of the day. And the problem with, like, the traveling and stuff like that is that if you go and you experience all those things, the only thing that makes me feel I might not get a girl's virginity ever because every girl has sex now, but I still want to have your first and other shit. Like, experiences we want to show you the world. It's like Aladdin. Like that's what we want. Like, we want to show you all the world and we want to be the first ones to do it. And that's what makes us feel special as men. That's truly what makes you feel special as a man.
So you're saying that we shouldn't date in our own age bracket?
No, I definitely think that it will work, but it's just hard.
So
like, it's hard to find
somebody.
somebody.
Asking us what we're bringing to the table then.
I think that it's a red
flag.
Like
if that's the case, exactly. Because I feel like if
it comes down to discern.
A young girl, they're not bringing shit to the table. Them bitches are broke. They're still establishing themselves.
I constantly say that is.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what men want. They're like, what do you bring to the table? But I'm like, you're supposed to be bringing the majority.
But whenever you hear that, this is the problem today. It's like when girls hear things like this, y'all never had a man tell you how to discern and tell you that is probably the biggest red flag that can pop up, and that as soon as you hear that on a date, you get the fuck up and you walk away and stop wasting your time, because y'all always end up wasting your time with these fucking losers.
But you're telling men to date younger, and that's exactly what they're getting with a younger girl. What the fuck is she bringing to the table, fresh out of high school?
I dated a younger girl, and I wanted her to have. I didn't need her to bring anything to the table. You understand? The guys who are truly successful and making six figures or whatever, they don't care about, if anything. So it's a red flag.
At 25, you were dating someone 18, 19 years old.
Actually, I was. Yes, I actually was. I was dating a 19-year-old when I was 25. Huh?
That worked out.
No, because of me though. You gotta understand. Like, I have had to grow a lot as a man. Like, men have to go through a lot of shit in their 20s to actually learn how to become a good man in their 30s. The difference between us is that I become a real man in my 30s. Men, Father Time and Mother Nature, we become better once we get older, because that's when we get all the privilege back. Y'all have all the privilege early on, so y'all have to prize yourselves when you're young.
I feel like I know, like, women's and does dating and whatever, but, like, I feel like we all traumatize, and we all, traumatize, right? So we can, like, I forgot what I was
You're not explaining it? It's fine.
Like, we all traumatize, so we don't know what I was gonna say.
I'll find it for you.
No, it's better.
Today, Junior!
We all traumatized. Oh yeah, we all traumatized because everyone is telling us since we kids that we should be like this. This is what we should do. This is how life works. This is how everyone should act. And that's not true. Like, everyone is so messed up. We all traumatized already, and it's not from right now. It's like generation, and we all be like, oh yeah, let's listen to them, even if it's messed up. That's why there's a thing that says that if you don't know your story, you're gonna
repeat.
You're gonna repeat it. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like, yes, we need to, like, contemplate that women's and men's we're different and whatever, but we all different. We all continue. We all right now, and we shouldn't be forcing ourselves or like, oh, this is not like this anymore, so things are not gonna be right, and then we're just gonna be focusing on the thing, and we're gonna like be depressed and have traumas and more.
Yeah. Well, no, like it's what I was bringing up earlier. How like I think I think every woman can get over their traumas by doing what I was talking about earlier. Like forgive your mother, forgive your father, and forgive yourself. It's that simple. It's never been more complicated than that in all of history. And like, and so like we can all heal these things, but also like I want to bring up like the trauma thing really quick because this bothers a lot. Like I understand why this bothers y'all a lot, ladies. Like I completely get it because this is something it's very triggering. But for men, the more trauma that we go through and we get through it, the better we are. Like a guy that comes from the trenches, the guys that were literally on O Block and shit, and they're fucking killing it now. Like not killing it that way, but like doing good, like in life. That is respected because they came from the trenches. They came from trauma. They came from the worst. I'm sorry, but it's not the same for women. And the reason why is because the trauma that a woman goes through goes into her kids. Now, if guys are just fucking y'all, it doesn't matter. We love the traumatic bitches. We love the women who are crazy. Like, we love that shit because it's more fun than ever. It's good for short-term mating for sure. But when we're thinking about putting a ring on a woman, I'm sorry, but it's one of the first things that guys that of value, okay, the guys that have a lot to lose, one of the first things that they're going to look at is her trauma because that's going to go into my children. It's a really, and I've seen this in real life multiple times. I've seen real examples of this shit. This isn't just from studies. I've actually seen real examples of this, and it's very, I don't know. It's very scary how much we're all dealing with what you were saying, like generational trauma. And it's not even, and like, don't get me wrong, the black community has a lot of generational trauma, but we all got it. Like everybody's grandfather was possibly beating the mother or something, you know? And like we all heard those stories or we all heard about those things. That's why we still have echoes of those things going on right now.
So do you believe healing is like you've healed and now it's over, or is it a continuous process?
It's a continuous process because you're never, it's just like what they talk about in the Bible, you know, like we can't be perfect, like we're always going to sin, like we're always going to fall short, but that's okay. But the problem is, like, I think that you can live the most on your divine path when you forgive your mother, your father, and yourself. When you do those things, you're definitely on your most divine path. And then it's very hard, I think, for you to fall to other temptations, that because all the shit outside of your deterministic path is just darkness. You can call it the devil, you can call it whatever. I just call it darkness. You can always go into darkness whenever you want. Y'all can go into darkness, go fuck those random dudes or whatever as much as y'all want. I'm just saying there is a deterministic path that is for you, though.
Can I ask, when you say that a woman can get through trauma by, you know, or anybody, I guess, getting through trauma by forgiving your parents and the people who traumatized you, when you get through that trauma, do you think a woman becomes more independent, or that she understands she needs to be submissive to a man after healing out of trauma?
I mean, that every woman's going to be different on that one. I honestly haven't, I'll be honest, I have not helped enough women get through traumas. Like, honestly, shit, literally, I think sticks with you for life. But what did I say earlier, though? Y'all's best bet is a beta bucks anyways. So y'all are going to find a really good guy who might be just short or might whatever the fuck is wrong with him. But he's going to be a fucking amazing guy and he's going to love you despite your traumas. So I don't think y'all have to worry about it that bad. I really don't think it's as bad as people think it is.
Okay, because you had me worried for a minute there. You're like, bitches.
You can always find a beta bucks. There's always, I told you, 33% of men in between the ages of 18 and 30 have not had sex. Those guys will take whatever they can fucking get. Y'all don't understand how much animals we are. Like, we just want something sometimes. Like, especially guys who get nothing, bro, they just want something.
I want to kind of piggyback off what you said with healing the trauma. Does it make you more independent or submissive? I think it frees you. Yeah. Because it opens up things that you have blocked off. Because when we're dealing with trauma and dealing with all of this stuff, we have so many blinders around us and we form such an opinion about something based on the trauma that once we let that go, we're free. We're so open. So I don't necessarily think it's independent. I think you're just more open to receive now.
Yeah, I think you could be a good wife or or do like the right things. Like, I don't think it would make you more independent because you would understand more.
Exactly, and submit more. Because now it's like, because I was an angry black woman. You know, like I'm not gonna lie. I was so combative at a young age, and I felt like I had to because I was in this dancing world. You're not gonna get over me. I had these mommy and daddy issues, so anytime somebody would try to tell me something, I would go, and even if I knew it was right, it's just that you're not gonna tell me anything. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to have that control over me. And until I had to realize that it was something else that was on me, making me be like that. Now I look back at these conversations, I'm like, well, damn, like they wasn't trying to hurt me. They were trying to help me. But I was so caught up in the hurt and the pain that I wouldn't even allow it. And maybe like life then could have been a lot different, you know? So it has opened my eyes to like just sit back, chill. You're pretty, you know what I'm saying? And you mentioned pretty privilege. That is true, but you're pretty. You don't have to do all of that because we make ourselves look ugly. Rah, 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 rah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was gonna say that because I've seen a couple of your videos where like they're quick to like, I hate to say it, but like it's the black girl that's always one that sounds aggressive. But people also forget that is part of the trauma that a lot of other races and don't understand. And it takes a certain kind of person to want to understand that, to not be so quick to call someone aggressive when they're in a situation that they don't know how to navigate. There's a difference. It's the same way as I try to tell my friends, because I have very blended friends. A lot of people would say like, no, you don't, but I really do. And at the end of the day, people get pissed off right if somebody was being racist. But imagine if that person grew up and that's all they knew. They've just met you. They're like, I fucking love this person, friends or whatever kind of form of relationship. And they're thinking they have to break away from that. That's scary. It's the same way in any other situation. Like, it's uncomfortable for women dating in general, and especially as black women, to be called aggressive because you're like trying to explain yourself. It's just like, it's not the best. And I also think that's a lot of the problem too. Men are so quick to call, especially a minority woman, aggressive when that's all we know is that we had to raise ourselves and be independent. None of these other races really had to do that if we're going to keep it above.
It's not even being aggressive. Some
But it
people
isn't.
like
It's just being yourself.
like my ex will be like, "Ugh, you're just in your masculine right now," and it's like,
yes,
I'm not in my masculine. I'm just trying to have a conversations with you, and you don't like the fact that
I feel like it's
I'm not.
I feel like it's really a certain level of self-awareness though, just because I mean, it's a lot of things that we do based off of the trauma that we've been through that sometimes we're not even aware of, that men see, other women see, but just off of the trauma, we feel like what we're doing is normal. So you don't even just realize I might be the problem in this.
Well, that's what I mean. Men sometimes, like, you're not supposed to have unrealistic expectations on your partner anyway, you know? So for me, it's like, especially since when I get in a relationship, I be locked down for like years type shit. So eventually we learn each other, you learn me, we learn how to communicate. But it's also like, you'll be on social media and you'll come back and be telling me these things you've seen or what you think we should try. And we're already working on something. And just because this girl over here who talks like this all the time, and oh my God, I'm not finna start talking like that, bro.
Do you think that you're a feminine woman?
Huh?
Do you think that you're a feminine woman?
I'm way more feminine than I used to be. Yes, I used to be 100% tomboy. Like, bro, shut the fuck up. Who are you talking to? You're a bitch.
You better stop saying bro to people. You say it to me all the time, so I know you be saying it to all the dudes a lot because you say it to me all the time too.
Because like, bro, what? But I'm from Colorado too. Like, we call everybody bro. Like, what up, bro? So it's like, cause I don't call none of my friends bitches. I wasn't raised in a house where it's like, oh my God, bitch, or what's that bitch? Like, I get mad as fuck.
It
like,
was a bro thing.
Stop calling me a bitch. If you gotta use a B word, call me a bro. Like, I don't even care for you to call me the N word all the time unless we're cool like that. Especially like if you're not black, be respectful. I'm not gonna be like, what's up, Vato, SA, and all the extra. Like, call me bro and be cool.
I'm about to drop it right now. I'm just kidding, guys.
So I feel like, yeah, when you build a relationship with someone and you learn each other, and I have become more feminine, I have learned, like, yeah, it's okay for me to have a conversation. I don't have to get up and get loud. I don't have to, like, get all, like, erratic and stuff like that. But don't just keep coming with me with all these changes you want me to make just because of what you've seen or what your homeboy's girlfriend does. That's not us. That's not what we're working on.
Let me reiterate. I don't expect y'all to be perfect, ladies. Like, my girl isn't perfect. Like, I was telling y'all, shit testing is a real thing. The guy has to, and like, so the thing is, whoever is in the frame of the other, I think shit tests the most. Like the whole point of the shit test is to prove who's in whose frame. It's like she's gonna shit test over and over again to make sure that you're following the rules and you're being the man that you say. Like, the whole point of a guy not overreacting when a woman is reacting is you need to prove that you're that stoic, strong male that you show everybody else in the world. You show the whole world that you're this really awesome, smart guy that never falls short and never does those things. You need to stay that guy at all time.
But be acting crazy with me.
Okay.
Yeah. My shit and you together.
But that's I would say, but But this is what's fucked up though, is like, it's about how far y'all push it. Because I would say sometimes y'all can have a guy that is fucking really good. Like, he's really stoic. Like, he really deals with a lot of your bullshit. But then, like, one time he fails, like, after he fails one shit test after 6 months, you know? And, like, and then it's, like, all over. It's like, oh, you shouldn't have fucking done that. You fucked up, you fucking idiot. Like, you had one time I'm using it against you for the next 6 months now, you stupid. You know, it's like, y'all got to stop doing shit like that. Like, y'all got to understand, if he's really that guy and he's really good and, like, he's mostly there, y'all shouldn't fucking sit there and keep giving him more shit. Like, I can understand when you're on your period and he doesn't pick up his clothes or he didn't help with the dishes or something. Like, I can understand doing a little something, but it all goes back to respect, because you were asking earlier, you know, like the provisioning thing. One of the biggest things I talk about is that y'all men can't be providers today, and we're all pointing the fingers at each other. And that's the problem. We should be pointing the fingers at the 1%. They're the ones who devalued the dollar to the point where the guys can't do it. And they uplifted the women with feminism and all this stuff in this guy-centric society, to where y'all are making more money, y'all are doing better. So it causes this imbalance in the household. Even in the regular relationship household, it causes this imbalance. And the thing is, if y'all make more than your man, or say you got the 50-50 guy or whatever, you didn't want to do it, but you fucking did it. Like, he's a good problem solver. He might be good in 10 years, okay? Respect him. I don't care if it's 50-50. I don't care if y'all split everything. I don't care if you pay more on some shit. If you know he is that guy, if you literally locked him down because you know he's that guy, fucking respect him like he's that guy. Even if he's just has a down spell. Because the biggest thing, like, we look at how women, or why women cheat sometimes, it's usually because a guy loses his job, he gets down ranked in his income, he's being abusive. I'm not gonna say the abuse thing, but it's usually just like the down ranking and income thing. And when that happens, fucking give the guy a shot, man. Like, instead of fucking being like, oh, you're a fucking bum, you're a broke ass, like, and running away, give the guy a shot, man. Like, and keep respecting him. Like, I know it's hard. I know it must be really hard for y'all to want to respect the guy when you perceive yourself above him. But if he is that guy, as I keep saying, come on, man, he's gonna make it in the next year. Like, leave him alone.
I think for most women, it's not about perceiving ourselves above men, because I feel like that's such a stigma right now. But I really feel like more of it is like, for a man to be a provider, right? I feel like the way that the most average men take it is, if I'm providing, like, you shut the fuck up and you do what I say and what I say goes. And that's a problem, because I'm still my own grown, independent adult. I'm going to respect you. I'm not going to go out and gallivant and do things that obviously would make you uncomfortable, but also don't put me in uncomfortable
Can you give me an example of like something that like he would ask for?
Everything. Like I said, asking me not to work. Anybody that knows me, I've worked a job since I was 14. 10 years I've been on my own. I graduated high school at 15. It's very frustrating to have been in a situation where, like, we knew each other for a very long time. We were friends. We moved in pretty quick, don't get me wrong. But his whole thing was, I thought you moving in was going to help provide. In the beginning, that is what it was. And again, I was still working.
You moved in with him?
Yeah, exactly. And I moved into the fucking hood of Austin from Westlake Hills, where Tim Dillon and fucking Joe Rogan are my neighbors. I'm living right by the lake. Like, I gave up so much. I was working 3 jobs. We don't have any time together. I was already quitting jobs to have more time with him. And then, I don't want you to work at all. I was the dumb bitch. It's like, let me give up my fucking independence I've had for 10 years. But now I'm a dog ass using ass bitch. And that's crazy to me, because I gave up and lost so much more. It is, right? But that's what happens because I tried to put him in a position to make him feel like a man, because that's what he wanted. He said the way that I worked in things was not the way that it was supposed to be. Like,
so like, how much money did he make?
A little over, well, I don't want to say that, but he's comfortable. But the problem is, a lot of people don't understand, even touching over 100K, the amount of taxes you're paying, the amount of living expenses, that's like
what I'm saying. So
30, 40K.
So here's the problem: is he asked you to do that whenever he wasn't in the position. Exactly. So like, here's the thing: for me doing that with my girl, it's very easy because we're frugal and she doesn't expect a lot. If you have expectations of wanting to travel, wanting to go to restaurants, wanting to do certain things, then yes, he did it with the wrong girl. What he wanted is he can have that, but he did it with the wrong person.
Well, I mean, and at the end, don't get me wrong, he did admit, like, I did lie a lot in the beginning to make sure I got you. But again, like how you've always said, like, men lie, and it's really hard, because it is true. A lot of us are like lover girls, and that's a lot of my problem. Like, I feel like I said, women, we be out here just dating because we're like, oh, he's so sweet. But men really don't give a fuck. They're like, if that bitch ain't fine, she don't got a rack on her. Like, they don't care. But we're the dumb ones, because we're quick to just be like, fuck, like, he was nice to me. He bought me ice cream.
I don't know.
Hard. And I'm a lover girl. I'm not stupid by any means, but I do think that like I do care for people on a deep level, and sometimes that'd be getting me fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's why you have to like the number one rule that I keep. You can't sleep with it. You gotta be celibate as fuck.
Yeah, and I thought
Celibate
you
as
were judging me
fuck.
for saying that earlier when you were like, you haven't slept around since your breakup. I'm like, no, because I truly don't believe in that.
No. Celibacy
anywhere.
celibacy is y'all's best strategy. If you want to go do like the hedonistic shit, it's gonna bite you in the ass.
It is.
Like a guy can get away with it, y'all can't. Like it sounds fucked up. Once again, double standards. Sorry. The world ain't fair, ladies. The world is sexist. I'm not sexist. The world is sexist. Okay, don't shoot the messenger.
No, but that's always been the old tale saying. I think like men get under people to get over people, and women like take our time to heal, and then we move on. But it always looks the opposite. Because it's like, how the fuck do we make
Women
it 4
monkey
months?
branch like crazy right now.
But we do, but we
Monkey
can because we
branch?
took the
Yeah,
time
monkey
to
branch,
heal.
like instantly, like branch to another guy right after. And but there's an evolutionary reason why it's not a bug. It's not a bug. It's a feature. Like y'all were meant to do that because there's a theory from like back in the day. Like say like it's called the war brides theory. So like say like Genghis Khan came through your village and just killed everybody, and like you just watched your husband get his head cut off. Like what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna sit there and fucking die? No, if that warrior's like, yo, come with me, bitch, let's go. You're gonna go with him. You're gonna go with it, like, and obviously he's more alpha. He just killed your dude. So like you're gonna go with him, and that's better than dying. So women are very good at getting over relationships very fast, and and y'all also like to have a backup plan because once again, evolutionary, y'all needed to always have a backup plan because what if something happened to your dude 100,000 years ago? Like that was bad. You might die if you don't have a dude to take care of you. So if there's another dude in the village that was looking, and your dude happened to go to war and die because that happened. Men are disposable, ladies. Very disposable. We've always been disposable. Monogamy has always been interchangeable. It's never been just we're married to one person for fucking 50 years. It's always been married or like you're with someone, another caveman for 10, 20 years. He might die to a leopard. And then you get with another one. Like y'all are the protected sex, y'all are the vulnerable sex, men are the disposable. That's how it's always been.
What's the widow thing you call it?
Alpha widowed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, any women here alpha widowed? That's a good one.
I think I'd be the alpha widow because it's like
you can't get over that one dude yet.
No, because it's like
she's alpha widowed, but it's a good way for her husband. Yeah,
What's
no.
an alpha widow?
Alpha widow is a woman that like you've experienced a certain level of guy. It could be one guy. It could be multiple. Like it could be one guy that took you on a crazy vacation, one guy that had amazing kisses, one guy that had amazing dick. Like it could be multiple categories depending on what type of girl you are. But usually like the girls that you see complaining on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that, it's usually an alpha widow by one guy. And you'll see that girl crying and she's like, I can't get over this dude. He was the greatest I ever had. He took me to fucking Venice and he just the sex and he took me on a yacht and just he was just the best. I cannot choose these normie dork dudes. They're such losers. Those girls are alpha widowed. They cannot get anything under that thing that they experience and they are fucking sad. Yeah. They're a widow. And I would say most women are alpha widowed by some type of Chad right now because it's just so easy because once again it's just dating apps, y'all. Another thing I talk about all the time, don't use dating apps. Biggest mistake you could ever make as a woman is use a dating app. And I'm going to tell y'all honestly, ladies, I have a lot of girls that are friends and they're all really beautiful women. They don't have to use dating apps. They easily find really good men without the dating apps. You don't need them at all.
Well, the guy I'm dating, we met on Hinge.
Hold on, relax.
My friends told me, this is when I was single. My friends told me, Hinge got the fine niggas. Go on there. Hinge got the fine niggas. Okay, cool. So I went on Hinge just to see for fun. I wasn't relaxed. I wasn't having sex with nobody. I was just going on dates, having fun. I randomly went on a date with this dude, and I'm in love with him. Wow. 100%.
Why don't you be honest with them about everything in the situation?
I am very honest with him.
I know, but how long have y'all been talking?
About 3 months.
Is he made it official yet?
Relax. We talked about this earlier.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you need to be honest with them. Like Hinge is not the best. Like, using dating apps is not the best, ladies. Like, y'all gotta understand, when y'all meet somebody within a social circle, they have a liability against them. Like, there's other people that know them, and they're not gonna want to do you wrong. A guy on Hinge, and you have no other connection to him, he has way more incentive to just just lead you along. Like literally, I'm not saying he's leading you on. I'm just saying that he has more incentive to do it than the guy from a social circle. Yeah. Not saying that he's doing it, but he has incentive to do it.
Can I ask y'all a question? This has nothing to do with what I promise this has nothing to do with what I do.
Yeah. Ask her around.
But how do you feel about if you found a guy that you were just totally in love with and he's had sex with multiple people that you know? You go on.
I'm leaving it alone.
Girl, there's plenty of fish.
Yeah. Everybody doesn't want that.
But she didn't answer the initial question, so
I know
it's not
that's
official.
not the same for men.
You guys aren't
No,
official?
not right now.
Do you want it to be official?
Yeah, and he does too.
Why are you in love with him?
How is what I want to know after 3 months.
No, I believe in like being in love with someone.
What do you mean? It's
not
that hard.
It's not about being digmatized.
I think love and lust are two different things, and I think as women, that's how you said like we don't really know. That's what stresses me, because I do think that we do mix that a lot. Like how I said, a lover girl, and everybody's like, oh, shame me feel it.
But
I do think I'm the same way as you. I'll be with somebody and be like, fuck, I love them, but also then the motherfuckers, like you said, them niggas be really.
Does lust involve having to have great sex? Because I feel like in order for me to really be in love with you, I don't have to care about the sex.
Lust doesn't even have to be
anytime y'all say it's a vibe, I'll give you all a clue. Anytime y'all say it's a vibe, it's definitely. Anytime y'all say it's a vibe, it's definitely lust. Okay. So like that's all you do.
See, I was the lover girl that always had a boyfriend. I never got broken up with, but me and a dude would lose the relationship. I'd always have something. Like I never lost my shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, where was I going with that? Oh, yes. I've had so many experiences just seeing men that aren't right for me. Mm-hmm. I've been through that situation. I've been through that trauma. Some of them I'm healed from, and some of them you just don't get healed from. I'm pretty sure people understand
Alpha widow.
No, not even that. Just some things you just don't heal from.
Yeah. And I don't mean that by judgment, just by me asking that. Because like I said, I've like typically put myself in the same position sometimes. And I've had to stray from doing that. But also like I say that too. Because like you are gorgeous. And it's like one of those things too. I feel like people are quick to play on that stuff, you know. And love and lust are real. I don't care. Like same way as anybody would say I don't care.
So what is your definition of love and lust?
That's what I'm saying. I think like having the googly hard eyes like after a couple months or a few weeks, and people are quick to be like wanting to have them in your space. That honeymoon phase is lust, and a lot of people confuse that. If you can get past the honeymoon phase of a relationship and still love each other,
it's never love,
then it wasn't lust. But if you can't, and you are also still deep in a relationship with that person, striving for those same feelings you had in the beginning, that was lust. That was not lust.
Yeah. You need to not here. Hold on. I need to simplify this really. And once again, let's go back to the Bible here. I'm not going to tell y'all some fucking definition of love from Google. Okay, it's a very simple devotion. It's always been that. You look at Jesus Christ. You look at any form. What it talks about is devotion. Devotion. The way that you show love is devotion. So like for me and for a guy though, you show love with respect. Because men, we want to be respected. But like what the guy does to his girl, it's devotion. And what my girl still does for me, it's a lot of devotion. Like I don't have to ask my girl to do anything at the house. She just does it. Like you were talking about how like that guy had to tell you to do certain things and stuff. Like the way it is in a good, stable relationship is there's nothing to be talked about. You love him so much, you want to pick up his clothes and do that stuff.
But I did those things by choice, but you asking me not to work was something I was asked. So there's a difference. I happily did those things because we did have a discussion, and that's the thing about.
He shouldn't even have to discuss it, though. Is what I'm saying. He shouldn't even have to discuss
their roles in relationships, and a lot of women nowadays aren't comfortable being told, "Hey, this is your role." But if you're asking me to stay at home, I know my role, but also like pick your poison with that.
Yeah, but like, see, but that's the problem. Like having to communicate it though is the issue. Like y'all hate communicate. Y'all hate the way guys say shit today. So if you don't like my girl, I don't ever have to be like, "Hey, babe, you didn't do this. Like, what the fuck are you doing?" I don't ever have to do that, ever. And I never will, actually. I will never, ever talk to her like she's my slave or my animal. Exactly. Ever. Because it's just expected, you just do these things. And it's like, you should never have to tell somebody to do it.
And that's
ever.
The difference. That's the way tone, and I think tone takes a big part in it. It's either you're telling me respectfully and asking me respectfully to do something, or you're being completely disrespectful even while being with me. And how you said you don't talk to your girl like that, that wasn't my experience. Again,
I just don't think he should have to ask people at all. Like I don't even ever I never have to worry about if I'm saying it respectfully or not, because I'm never gonna say it. Like that's what I'm talking about. Devotion is a really big deal. Like the problem relationships suck today is they're tit for tat. So that means that I did this for you, you need to do this for me. I did this for you, and that's not. It needs to be. What do you need? 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 constantly to each other. That's devotion.
But again,
Okay,
that's not always
people
true if
don't
it's
do
a
that
man.
anymore. People don't do that anymore because, and why? Because of trauma, because they're hurt. They did that for one guy,
Yes.
and then that guy didn't do it back. So I'm never doing
I
this
think
now.
guys can be very traumatic. Like,
But that's the thing too.
they might have gone through something, or maybe they weren't taught something, or maybe that's the kind of household.
But
they were
the
raised
problem
in,
the
but they
problem is we don't know how to
agree with it.
recognize love. I just had to define for y'all what love was, and now whenever y'all see a guy that's giving y'all true devotion and never expecting devotion and love is doing something without expecting anything in return. If he's constantly like, "Hey, baby, I did this for you. What you doing for me?" It's transactional then.
Yeah,
You're not
it
equally
is.
yoked then.
And exactly, that's what I'm saying, and I do agree with that. Like a lot of things are transactional, and same thing. People confuse that with love, and like that's where things get misconstrued and fall apart because it should not be that way. That makes absolutely no sense.
But who makes it transactional? I would say mostly it's the women. Like because y'all know that you have leverage with your pussy. Like if this was a 1,000 years ago or 500 years ago when most women were virgins and shit like that, they didn't try to leverage their pussy because they never learned how to do that. They never learned how to use their vagina to take advantage of men. All women today know how to take advantage of men with their pussy. All of y'all do. All of you. So when we get into marriages or relationships, it's always the woman that is trying to leverage her pussy to get what she wants. And that's when everything gets fucked up. Is the second that she starts trying to be transactional. And everybody needs to like wake up and stop trying to like blame each other. Just realize like we're not going to get anywhere as long as we're trying to be transactional, as long as we're not being devotional to each other. And it has to be equally yoked. Like you're both doing it.
I just wonder though, like, do you ever think about the fact that like men carry trauma too, especially nowadays? Like,
But
every
it's like
man
what I was
has
saying.
an origin villain story of a bitch that fucked him up so hard,
Oh.
I'll never be nice to another one, and that's wild. Because the same way we need to grow up and get through our shit and move on, those men do too,
Yeah,
because
just-
they will harp on it.
But guess what happens to that man if he harps on? No. Listen for 1 minute. A guy who harps on something like that for 10, 15 years, he's going to lose because he's going to fuck nothing but whores for the next 10, 15 years. He's not going to build a relationship experience for him to be able to get a wife and be able to have a family and have kids. He's going to lose because what did his trauma do to him? It ruined him. And what did I say earlier? I said trauma can do one of two things to a man. It's either going to destroy him or it's going to make him the strongest man in the world. Okay? And so and Andrew Tate talks about this a lot. Like the guys who go through the worst, but then they make it out, they are the most respected. The guys that go through the worst and then they fall further, they might as well just die. They're like they're literally disposable. Like they're worth nothing. Okay, but a woman, it's just not the same though.
Yeah,
that's why I was
think
saying like
that
because we want children with somebody that hasn't had trauma.
if you do have somebody, if you both are in a relationship or something and you have trauma or you've done something the same way for a long time, and this person that you're with, I love you, but you do this thing that I'm not okay with. So now I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm going to put it out there that I don't like that. And if you continue to do it, you don't care about my feelings.
Exactly.
Well, like the problem is like it's a boundaries thing. So like everybody needs to establish boundaries from the start. And say he crosses one of your boundaries, you can't go and talk to him about it. If that is truly one of your boundaries and the relationship is in your frame, you have to leave as soon as he does that. You have to walk, just like how if I'm in a relationship with my girl and my boundary is I don't want you to do this, I don't want you to do this, and she walks across it, I look like a bitch if I fucking don't sit there and stand on my shit and say, all right, we're broken up then because you crossed the boundary.
Now that's where I think devotion goes into it. Because if you're truly willing to change, I'm devoted to you, baby.
That's what I'm saying. See, and that's why, like,
if you cross my boundary, you're not devoted.
Y'all, you
to
see,
me.
this is the problem. At the very beginning, you have a boundary. No, people don't change. Y'all need to get this in your mind. You cannot change anybody. No. You cannot change nobody. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Change yourself.
No. Yes, you can change it, but once again, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make him drink. So you make the boundaries at the beginning, and you never try to assert it. If that's like me being like 6 months into the relationship, being like, babe. It's like my girl's like I'm going out to the club tonight. We're going to after hours. We're staying out till 6 a.m. I'm going with my girl. Sorry, I'm not gonna. You can't have my location or nothing. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. It's like no. Like I don't want you to do that. It's like well I should have asserted that boundary when we first got together. I should have said when we first got together I don't like girls that do this. And if you ever do these type of things, we're not going to be together.
What if that's
so
not what you knew you liked?
if you are asserting a boundary later on, that's your fault. You should have asserted it. You should have asserted it from day one.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you can assert that boundary, cool, but that's not to say that you won't pass that boundary a year from now when y'all are both in love with each other, like, I told you that a long time ago. I expect you to remember it.
But so we were talking about the frame thing earlier, because what if I taught you about frame? Okay, if it's truly in the guy's frame, you don't. It doesn't matter what you fucking want. It doesn't matter what you think is your boundary. Just like how when it's truly in your frame, hold on. Just like how it's truly in your frame, it doesn't matter what the fuck he wants. If you're like, I'm going out to the club tonight, I'm going to do this. It's in your frame. You're going to do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter what. He's not going to leave. He's a pussy. Okay, and it's the same way the other way around. If you don't want to be with the guy and it's in his frame, and he's just like, nah, I'm gonna sleep around, I'm gonna exercise options. That's your fault. That's okay, and that's fine. I guarantee you, a guy that's saying that to you, he's saying it because he knows he's gonna get another one. He wouldn't say that unless he's confident. He's saying that because he knows that you're just a dime in a dozen, and he's gonna get another one. What do we need to talk about? Who's more special here? Or like who's the prize? Because we can bring that up. Like we
women, are you saying women shouldn't have? Because
men are the prize.
You said my boundaries don't matter. So and then it's like kind of like I think I.
If you're in his frame, you don't. If y'all don't want to be with those guys in their frame, that's fine. That's the top 10% dudes. Don't be with them. Go be with a beta bucks, a normal ass dude. There's tons of them. Go be with one. I'm not forcing y'all to be with the alphas.
So
y'all can totally go choose a normal dude.
Have boundaries. That's what
I'm saying. If you're in a relationship with a true alpha, a guy that is truly,
I'm not gonna have boundaries.
I'm saying that it's in his frame. And if so, let's talk about frame for a second. Frame is like whoever is controlling like what's going on. So like the frame of a discussion right now, since this is my podcast at my table, like I'm controlling the frame of the discussion. Okay. So just like in a relationship, the guy in his frame, he's controlling the relationship. It's what he's steering the wheel. It's what he says is going. Okay. If you don't like that, like I said, there's a bunch of other normal dudes, and y'all know these guys because y'all have probably fucked one before, and you just didn't want to fall into his frame and what he said and his rules, and that's fine. Maybe he was a Tyrone that was on his mom's couch, and you didn't want to. I wouldn't want to go in that guy's frame either. Just because you got good dick doesn't mean I'm gonna listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I totally get why y'all don't go into certain guys' frames. He needs to be that guy, and there's very few of those.
But
very fucking few.
Would the boundaries also play a part? Remember, you asked us, do women really know what they want?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't go into the relationship with the boundaries, like this is how this is what I want, you really don't know what you want. You're just setting it up to fall for anything.
Yeah. Well, like that beta buck, like what sucks is, like I told y'all's best strategy for safety and making sure a guy doesn't run away after child and stuff is the beta bucks guy. But what does the beta bucks guy do? Give you everything you want. So it's like it's a little conundrum that fucking sucks. Like I feel bad for y'all. And like, and a lot of y'all want like the alpha guy or like the guy it's in his frame and stuff like that. But then they end up cheating, or then they end up exercising options or something, and you're like, I don't want that.
You can have a guy that asserts himself as an alpha, but he still needs to be able to compromise.
Well, no guy. So like here, I'll give y'all a good example because nobody's an alpha. Like I don't think that I can point at a guy and be like, he's a fucking alpha. I'm not going to call myself alpha. Okay. Y'all want to know how to tell if a guy's alpha? Look at the women around him. If you could tell how respected the guy is by how his woman treats him, by how she talks about him, by how she stands next to him, everything. Like I could like I could tell just based off of talking to her how good of a fucking wife she is. I know how badass her fucking husband is. I know how alpha he is just by how she acts. I don't even have to see the guy. It's that that easy.
But that's what I said in Coin earlier. Yeah. Like not all of us get that luxury to live a soft girl life, because you forget too, even some of us don't even have to open our mouths, but just based off of what we look like, nobody's going to give it. And I won't say nobody, but most people aren't ready to give it. And
the biggest advice I give, so my biggest advice I give to the black community, and I get a lot of hate for this because a lot of people don't like interracial dating, but white dudes are perfect for like defeating that because they don't because they won't. Like they're not going to sit there and fight you trauma on trauma,
but you
because
also don't want to be trying to teach the same way you don't want
you don't want to teach a guy how to
somebody how to love you off of a race basis.
Yeah, but I just can't express to you though how many girls I've kept. The girl that's about to be married, shout out to Maya. She's about to be married here in the next couple of months, and she got proposed to because she took my advice from the show and she went and started dating a really cool white dude.
My ex-fiance
and I'm very
Swedish.
Yeah.
I've mostly dated white guys, and I think that that's also been, like I just said, my ex was a white guy. I mean, come on. I don't think that's a problem for me, is I feel like people are quick to bring race in, and I know I'm the one that brought it into play. But I mean, when you're coming with women, it's really big and easy for us to do that because of like stuff like this.
Yeah.
But
no, I love talking about the
race
race stuff.
It's not the same because men are just different. I feel like I've had literally black guys that tell me like, oh, you're too dark. Like I'm not favored type thing. And you know, these are things that Black women are dealing with that other races aren't having to deal with. So it's easy to be like, oh, she's good to her man, but like, not saying anything against you because you are a queen. But like, what if she wasn't and you don't know her home life, but it just appears that way because that's the show she puts on? And what if like I was a good woman?
I'm telling you, it's based off of body language and it's based off of how people respond to things. Like you gotta really understand, like even your body language throughout this whole show, like people can tell that you might have a little bit masculine. I can tell that you've had to take care of yourself.
I'm a boss.
Yeah. And like, so
I
like,
don't have shame. And I do know where you come from with that because I've heard your other shows where you say it. And I understand like some people are really, women especially, get like really pissed off about that. And it's not like cool because if you're that bitch, then you better rock it that way. And if you're mad that you can't get a man that way, look, I always tell my friends, men have never deterred from me the way I carry myself. But I do know if the next bitch tried it, it's going to be an issue. But also like, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you because you're the married one. We were talking about devotion and stuff. I felt like you wanted to say, like, can you kind of give them advice as like somebody that's like married and stuff? Like, what do you think love is?
I have a lot of opinions actually on some of the things that you've said.
Yeah. Go ahead. I wanted to hear what you had to say. And we'll do the last question right after this, ladies.
The first one was about like a man's emotional intelligence and being able to like talk to them about things. I disagree, just because like in my relationship we have had to have a lot of difficult conversations. Like,
yeah, marriage definitely equals conversations for sure.
When that lust or that stuff, I'm not saying it like dissipates, like you don't want to have sex with each other, but like when real life like starts coming at you, like you have to work together. But one thing that you have to talk. You have to have an open line of communication. Or
well, the problem today is like we get into relationships and we get into marriage, and like you didn't read any of the books on evolutionary psychology like I did. Your husband didn't read any books on evolutionary psychology, so y'all went into it like some normal people, like everybody does, thinking I know how you are and I know how I am. But in reality, we have a little animal brain in us that is trying to pull us in different directions. So like that discussion that you're having, you're right. You got to be able to discuss those things, but it's always healthiest to try to discuss them in the beginning if you can.
I will tell you this also, and I firmly believe this. You do not truly know a person
until you live with them. Until they mad.
5 years.
Yeah.
I swear. Like people are like, oh, until you live with them like a year. Absolutely fucking not. You have this representative like version of yourself, and until you are like with somebody for a really long time and you've gone through some shit together, you do not see the real person until that stuff happens. Yeah. And but the other thing I was going to say, because as much as I love my husband and he is not perfect either, the thing that you were talking about, the tit for tat, in my house, we call it a scorecard, and that is definitely an issue. I can definitely corroborate the trauma part, but I would say that it was more from his home life as opposed to like another woman, definitely just being trained to be that way. So that's something that we've had to work on.
Yeah, I would say every relationship is always going to have the tit for tat thing. I like how you call it a scorecard, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let me read these super chats really quick, and then we're going to do the last question, ladies. I'm sorry we ran a little bit late. Sorry. $5 from Eric G. Ladies, has a guy ever bought you flowers on the first date? If he did it work? Ooh, that's a good question. Did a guy ever buy you flowers on the first date?
Yeah, a couple times.
Did it work?
Work what? Work.
Did did he get a second date? Did he get sex?
No.
What about you?
He didn't buy them on the first date, but we were long distance at first. But he would send them to me.
That's awkward.
Like
1-800-flower.
Why is it
in
awkward?
a box? Flowers in a box?
No, he would. Send
okay. From the actual
job, and he would send them. To
okay, he did it the right. Okay, okay. For some, I was thinking retard shit.
No.
Go ahead. What if has a guy bought you flowers on the first day and did it work?
Same situation as her.
Same.
To my job.
Yeah. Okay.
It was nice.
But so let's be specific though on just dates though. Has a guy ever on a first date bought you flowers?
Do like flowers you smoke count?
No.
I'm just being pretty.
Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, I was mean back then, so I don't.
So it didn't work.
No.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yes, he got a second date, but he did not get sex.
Poor guy.
What? Yeah, you got to bring an offering to a goddess.
You said flowers, not
It's like he had to bring an offering, but did it work?
Yes.
It did work. Okay.
Yeah, we actually dated too. So
Is hers muted? Oh, you're not plugged in. Huh?
Oh no.
Now it should be. Try again.
Yeah, once, and we dated, so it was.
Once and you dated? Okay.
It happened, but it didn't work.
It didn't work out. What about you?
Not on the first date, but it didn't work the second.
Oh, well, that's crazy. It worked for a couple of y'all, though. Here, go to the next one. What was it?
Yeah, Chef Don.
Oh, Chef Don, what's up, bro? Get the likes up. Yeah, shout out to you, Chef Don. I'm gonna need the Kobe to Shaq oop with the girl. Oh, because yeah, I guess you were bringing up the Shaq thing, so he had to bring it up. Get the likes up. Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and like his video.
Everybody go like Chef Don, man. He just posted a new Badass Street interview. It's a shout out to Ramar too. Everybody needs to go check out It's Ramar too. Jessica Gray, a man not being able to handle a woman with trauma shows a weak man. Man, yeah, he's weak. He's a weak man because he should be able to handle me. He worked his whole life to get up to the point where he doesn't have to take any answers from nobody. He's fucking a business owner. He's fucking killing it in every aspect of life. Every woman wants him because he's going to the gym and he's the shit. But he needs to take care of your trauma,
if that's
man.
the girl you want, then
if you love her, you do it, baby.
Do
That's
what you
my
gotta
bestie.
do.
I'm gonna be honest. That's my bestie.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Jessica.
She's states away. Shout out, Jess.
Yeah, shout out
baby.
Jess. Yeah, thank you for coming through, Jess. What's the next one? $5 from Don Juan. Ladies, good evening. Serge, when you invite Brittany Venti after you smoke Trollo, he thinks he can make charges because he got trolled. Bro, that was the greatest thing. I actually DM'd Brittany yesterday. I'm gonna email her probably tomorrow, and I'm really trying to get her on, guys. Like, her roast on Rolo was fucking legitimate, and she's from, I don't know if she's from Dallas, but she's in Texas. So we're gonna find her. We're gonna get her ass here for sure. What's the next one? 2 hours from Additional Modern Talks. Ladies, you could either help me or hurt me, or you could either be a helpmate or a hurt mate.
What?
So like either I guess you're gonna help him or you're gonna hurt him. It's gonna go one way or the other.
I feel like I've been both.
I've been both.
These men are so illiterate in the
Well,
comments.
it's because like the less money they put, the shorter the thing is. So he's like, I only want to give $2, but then it makes the message too short for him to put what he wants. Ladies, how much the last 3 guys you dated makes? Okay, the last 3, that's kind of intense, but I guess try to answer that. Just do one. Just what's the last guy that he dated make? What was the last guy?
I say 100K.
He made 100K. Last guy you dated, how much did he make? How old was he?
40.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Old man, get in it. What about you? Yeah. You have no idea? What do you think? How much did the last guy you dated?
Last guy I dated was like 75.
75K? What was the last guy?
It was 80K. He was 40.
Okay.
Not a damn thing. That's why he was my ex.
Build a man. She's always playing Build a Man. What's up?
Oh
Stop
my
it. If he's a
god.
queen.
Always doing Build a Man.
He couldn't keep a job.
He can't keep a job?
No, he does. He does whatever he wants. That's the fucking problem.
Man.
Oh, but did he have that drive?
Wait, are you talking about sexually?
No, I think he's saying like to
Because
be
girls always
successful.
saying they
he
want a
just
guy
needs
with
drive.
It's
But
not
drive doesn't
about
bring
the
shit to the
drive.
table.
No, at all.
You don't bring shit. What about you?
I don't know.
You don't know? You didn't ask him?
No.
No? What?
I know he made money.
I mean, you don't have to say your husband. You say the last guy.
Yeah, the one before him, I think like 75 to 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, I don't feel fair to speak. Despite my
Oh,
shaming,
because the guys you dated, he made a lot, like 250 or 300, probably.
oh fuck no, we're not gonna give him that. But if living alone, not taking care of a woman and kids, of course, yeah, he's fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
No.
I don't want to speak on his finances.
Is there any others? No. I'll do the last question just really quick. Ladies, what did y'all think about the show? Did anything resonate? And would you please come back ever and bring a friend? We'll start with you on this one.
Fuck yeah. I'll be real. I was really nervous to come on here because a lot of people that know me deep down, and I'm like, I used to be like a man hater, but I don't believe in that anymore because
Misandrous.
yeah, but like despite all the things that you guys hear me say about my ex, I say those things on educational levels because he did teach and show me a lot. Not that he should have had to, right? But also he was older and did establish like these are certain roles of men. So fuck yeah, I think that what you're doing is amazing. I'd happily come back and bring other open girls.
Thank you so much. That's all I want. I just want more women to come from Dallas. So please. What did you like the show? Did anything resonate? Would you come back?
I did like the show. Yeah, I liked being here. I liked meeting all of you guys. Yeah, there were some things that resonated with me. It was a lot of information in a short period of time, so I can't like just
Yeah.
But yes, I would come back.
Dude,
I would
please
bring
come back, and please bring any of your friends. If you have any stuck single friends, please. Those are my favorite. Are the ones that are like stuck single. They can't find a good if their life depended on it.
Fem sales.
Yeah, the fem cells. But like the big thing, I also want to say, for all of y'all, please check out Dr. David Buss's book, The Evolution of Desire. Please check out Marty Hazelton's Hormonal. Please check out Hector Garcia's Alpha God. Don't take what I say. I want y'all to go read the sources. I want y'all to read the statistics. I want it to be ingrained in you, especially Hormonal by Marty Hazelton. This woman is amazing in the Evo Psych community, and she really cares about women understanding their period cycle. Because y'all, we didn't even get into that, but I can prove so much about a lot of the shit that y'all do is just based off your cycle. Just based off it. So sometimes 2 weeks after that period, you really be feeling a type of way, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, we didn't get to get into that, but maybe on another show, if y'all ever come back, I would love for y'all. But that's my favorite book, Hormonal. It's super short, too. Fuck it. It's like y'all can listen to it in like 3 hours on audiobook. What about you? What did you think of the show? Did anything resonate? Would you come back?
Yeah, the show, nothing resonated. I would never come. No, I loved it.
Girl, you scared me. I was gonna say, oh my god.
She's a good troll. She's a good troll, guys. She's a good troll.
No, seriously though, I appreciate your honesty as a man, because there's not very many men who will just keep it a buck and be like, this is what it is as far as the dating world. Sorry, love. So yeah, I'd come back.
Yeah, please do. That's all we do, ladies, because these other guys, they're not going to tell you the truth if they're trying to get boxed. That's the bottom line. Is they're not going to tell you the truth if they want sex.
And happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Everybody, go at her on Instagram, and don't send no dick pics. Send her happy birthday this time, okay? Happy birthday this time. Okay.
I might not be back for a while just because I have a lot of shit that I got going on.
You about to be working?
And going to school and shit, and trying to be on like some other shit. So
well, I'm always going to be watching your stuff and supporting your
if you follow me on Instagram, I got like events and stuff coming out. So yeah, I'm trying to do my own thing. A lot of stuff.
Instagram got your bitch.
Instagram. The show always has a lot of stuff that resonates with me. I was wondering, so just because you can lock down a relationship, right? If you're not getting anything you need out of those relationships, does that still make me a femcel?
No, that's why you have to. That's what makes it so hard. Is that to get the relationship from the guy you want is a whole other ball game.
What if
y'all can get a relationship
what if you
from
get
a
what
loser?
you want? That's what I'm saying. Just like you were talking, like
no, you don't settle. Like I don't want y'all to settle. Like if y'all ever do settle, it's because you're ready for a family. Like you're ready to settle for the beta bucks dude that's gonna not run away after you have a baby with them. That's the only time I ever want y'all. But just don't get mad at me whenever you stop having orgasms a year later. That's how your coochie works. If you slept around, I'm sorry. Like if you experience certain things, it's gonna be hard to orgasm with the 5'6" dude. Sorry, just the fact. Maybe there's 5'6" dudes that are loaded though down there, so I don't know. It just depends. But yeah, what about you? But you better come back though in a little bit.
I like the show. I always get something from you, Sergio. It's fun to have fun with you. I'll come back. You know my conditions, so I'll be back.
I'm happy.
Bring Mama AP, please.
Dude, when you gonna bring your mom for
Mama
real?
AP on the panel.
My mama do not F with y'all.
I want her to come so bad. One time.
That's why I want her on the panel.
Just one time, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we're have to get her next
gonna
time.
have to come on in front of the camera for that one.
Yeah, Donnie's gonna be backing on your mom.
I'll give her some work.
That'd be such a pause. What about you?
Yeah, I like the show. I definitely would like to come back. I like conversations. One thing that definitely hit home, I'm just really, every time you come with statistics and numbers. So I was really shocked about how many, bodies men and women really have based on statistics, because I would have never thought that.
Yeah. Well, because the older generations didn't sleep around with the younger. The older generations, they were pretty chilling. They didn't. And the only ones of the older generation that are sleeping around is because they get out of a marriage that they were in for 20, 30 years, and they get on a dating app for the first time. And then the women are like, oh, shit, this is crazy. I got 21-year-olds that want to fuck me. This is wild, And so, that's the only time when I feel like it happens. Thank you so much for coming. I feel like I always talk about this. I love it when women come on and they reinforce, some of my really strong points because of your experience. You've literally lived through some of the shit that I talked about. So you're able to be like, no, I lived through that. You're right. That's exactly how it is. because I can't convince, like, I mean, I could try to tell, like, we were talking earlier about, like, is a guy even good at telling women stuff? I'm good as a father figure, because if some of y'all didn't have father figures and you need a guy to tell you, like, it's good. But, like, honestly, there's nothing better than a fucking example of a woman that lived it. There's nothing better, because you're going to be like, okay, she lived it. I believe her because she lived it,
Well,
you
I'm
know?
definitely coming back as a wife, though.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that, though. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. What about you?
Yeah, I love that. It was great. I love the conversation.
Yeah.
A lot stuck with me, actually, just hearing your point of view about it, and then also the numbers to
Yeah.
kind of open my eyes. I'll be back. Bring my homegirls next time.
Yes, I can't wait. I really want you to come back too, because you're already doing. Like I said, we were talking. We need to talk. I want to help you with what you're doing, and yeah, I'm always trying to like help women too. So like, if I can indirectly help women by like helping you, I would love to be able to help you out.
Yeah, we got to get her back on the panel.
Yeah.
I had a lot of questions for you, but we don't have enough time.
Yeah, we'll get her back. What about you?
I did like it. A lot of times I was like, but later, like, everyone started talking, and it was like, oh, well, it's kind of true. So, like, it hurts to hear the truth, but, I mean, it's good.
The reason why this is called like the red pill space online, or like my show is called like Purple Pod and stuff, is because like the red pill is like, when in the movie The Matrix, when you take the red pill, you're awakened to reality, and it's really horrible. Like they're living like in this horrible ship, and they're eating this like food from a bag and tooth like tubes and shit. Like it's horrible. It was better in the Matrix. It was better living with being tied into like a machine. And so like when y'all wake up to this shit, it's gonna bother y'all. It's gonna piss you off. Like there's something called red pill rage that people go through, because when you're like, oh my god, I can't believe men are like this, or like a guy will be like, I can't believe women are like this. They're fucking whores, really. Like they're fucking everybody like this, and they want that guy more than me. And like, bro, everybody goes crazy over this shit. But the problem is like, you just gotta kind of be like, that's reality. That's how the world is. It's not that, and it's not everybody. Like everything isn't a straight jacket. It's not like everything I told y'all today. Y'all could be the exception. Y'all could totally like not be the part of the statistic. Like you could totally, but the only way you can do that is if you know about it. Otherwise, how do you beat it? You don't beat it if you're going with the flow, like we were talking about. Now, what we talked about, y'all can kind of choose your deterministic path a little bit. What about you?
I enjoyed the show. It feels like you kind of make, I don't know, I seem like I need therapy now. When I come, you just make me feel toxic, and like I'm just such an alpha female.
You did so good last time. You did really good. No, because you're so accountable. Like if you go to therapy, you'll do great, because you'll be so accountable. You'll get through everything.
Yeah.
You'll do amazing at therapy if you go for a little bit. Like I feel like you're one of those people that would go for like 3 weeks, and you'd be like, damn, I released all of it. I'm good. I'm done. Like for real, because you're so honest. Like you gotta understand. Like somebody was saying this the other day online. Like I really, 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 really respect a girl that's like super honest, and the reason why is because like you really like have all the reason to lie. So for you to sit there and like be honest, it's just so respectful, because it's just like, you're online, like you're in front of a bunch of people, like there's so many reasons to lie, and you're still sitting here trying to be as honest as dead honest as possible. So I respect that like a ton, honestly. It's really hard for people to do that, especially online and shit. So thank you so much for being real.
Got you.
Yeah. Everybody, this was a really beautiful, like awesome panel. Like we had a really good one the other day, and I didn't think that we were going to top that, and we kind of just did it. So I'm really proud of this one. I can't wait for all of y'all to come back. Whenever any of y'all do, I'll be DMing all of you. Thank you, Ramar. Shout out to Bassett, my recruiters. Shout out to Donnie. We got an awesome crew, and that's how it makes this all run. So thank you to the chat for all coming. And guys, we will see y'all. What is today? Friday. Oh, tomorrow I'm doing a panel with all men. I actually need to DM them right now so I don't fucking forget. I'm doing an all men's panel tomorrow, like 6-7 dudes. We're gonna do Tradcons versus Red Pills. It's gonna be really fucking fun. So please pull up and come see that debate, guys. But yeah, I will see y'all later. Peace the fuck out.
What? Who the motherfucker?